Hey, we're back with another week of the Eldritch Scribe, doing a little bit of Kingslayers again. Obviously, we talked about this the last time we started. We're going to put it in again. Just shit in Ukraine is still very wild. If you can donate to help, I just put the Red Cross in. Whatever charity is applicable to your country or could help them out. Anything helps, any dollar. Make sure you get your information from credible sources. Just do your best if you can. We won't stay on it too long. Obviously, we're going to talk about this until it's over every week, because you can't silence us. You can try, but... So, last we left off, our party had managed to actually gather a little bit of information to clear their name, just a little bit. Enough to give pause for Everett to invoke an ancient law of Burton, once he becomes crowned king. You found the court wizard, Jornvir, is working with the Saint of Undeath, Samael, who has collateral on them, his daughter. You found out that you're going up against the Saint of Undeath, which makes it seem all the harder to actually gain ground against it. You convinced Everett not to disclose this to the public as of the moment. You've been given... My brain is saying northeast. If someone wants to correct me which tower, the one for foreign diplomats.
I think northeast.
I've been describing exactly. A lot of towers. One thing we have to talk about is at the moment of waning, as Rainier, you shoot the crossbow bolt into Jornvir. You apply your brand of castigation. You feel it fade as you're just not quite strong enough to. But you do get. I will give you the hint. He went southeast to originate.
Yeah. You just said it was the east tower.
East tower, northeast. I was close enough.
Look at them notes.
I just wanted to let you know.
No, thank you.
No,
I think I was talking about the tower that Merkestiel stayed in, which might have been the northwest. I have a lot of notes in this thing, and finding just 2 words of northeast, like just jotted down, is proving very difficult. But, however,
I did it for you.
Oh, good. It saves a single word on my sending.
You're welcome.
Okay, so.
Okay.
You have a little bit of time as you are sent to the eastern tower.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since when we finish the conversation with Everett in the prison, are we allowed to make a detour to the place where I shot off some toes of the guy?
Yeah, you can stop there. This is kind of in the area.
The amount of damage that you did, I'm surprised he's...
There is like a heavy blood splatter that's gone across the ground from where you shot him in the foot to just try and pin him, but obviously you teleported away.
I'll go to Jornvir's office, room, whatever. I'm assuming there's an empty potion vial or alchemical vial or something.
Yeah, there's like small little vials that have been were used once upon a time for alchemical.
Yep, just scrape some blood off the ground and take it with me.
What do you need it for?
I'm half remembering a spell. It'll be easier once I have a bit of a rest. I just need to remember, but there was definitely something I could do with some blood of his.
Well, blood dries out real quick. Do you want help preserving it?
If you have a way of preserving it whilst keeping it his own blood, perfect.
Can I apply my knowledge of blood and also alchemy kit?
Yeah, I'll allow it. No check needed.
Nice.
Thank you.
That is within your purview.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed.
Freshly squeezed.
From toes, but not on stream.
No pulp.
No, all the pulp. There's like little bits of gravel in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Toe jam.
As
I'm uncomfortable too, Kate. It's not just you.
As you get brought to the eastern tower, as I was kindly reminded, you are set up with a few guards outside wearing the emboldened symbol of Theo's knighthood order that was granted to him. They're mostly Theo's guys, so they're really like not from the castle. Like one dude's just like spitting tobacco on the ground, but someone comes over and brings a pot and he misses like half the time. Like Theo's guys are kind of like, we don't give a fuck.
It's just Theo's lads.
Yeah, it's like it's Theo's boys from before he was a knight that he was like, yo guys, I got a deal for you.
Fuck yeah.
We got promotions.
Nice. Just
these guys definitely used to hang in an alley and kick the shit out of people for money. Like there is no like visible like weapons, but you see like knuckle dusters for people, just like nice.
I'm pretty sure Rainier would like meet one of those guys in her line of work, probably.
Yeah, you think you recognize one or two. You're just like, I've
Yeah, a
probably seen
couple
you in the
of them,
tavern.
Fucking pugilist knights, fuck yeah.
So, as you get brought into your room, it is, because I've been using my fancy notebook for memory, I believe the date of the current thing, I was checking, is
The 10th?
The 10th of Ordesil. The coronation will be on the 15th, and we'll take from there. So you've got about 5 days to do whatever you will do. But you're confined to this tower, although it is far more luscious and nice. It would be the equivalent of an aristocratic lifestyle. So food will be brought aplenty, but you are asked to remain within the tower. There is a small library, but it's mostly like non-studious stuff. Like it's some stuff that diplomats would need, like that would kind of go through the culture of Burton and the different areas within, like, you know, like the tourist's map.
Yeah. The recent history of Burton.
Yeah.
Are there baths?
There is baths. Each one has a like you all have a room in this tower. There is like easily
we have an
within the
exit.
diplomat's tower. There's about a 3-story tower that juts out from the eastern side. The bottom floor is a foyer / library. Food will be brought to you. Unfortunately, there's no like kitchen utilities here. But then on each floor above that, there's 4 rooms, all of equal quality.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Right. Well,
What do I see from the windows here?
So on the eastern tower, you would see in towards the bay, the Zephyrkin Bay, and just kind of jutting over the landmass. You see a little bit of the city. If you'd have to be a little bit more east to actually see it perfectly, but you can catch like glimpses of the docks and like the outskirts of the Marble District. That would be like the kind of the district that you would have crossed just before you went over the bridge into the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see, like, anywhere around the entrance area to this place, is there any Sapperstone stuff set up, or anything like protective rooms or anything, or is it
So there is a lot of Sapperstone throughout most of the castle of Burton. This was Jaron Veer's like crowning achievement of why he became so useful towards the kingdom of Burton. So there is like small inlaid, like you see the veins of the stone in the archways of the doors that kind of make it a little bit harder for people to you know, cast spells through them. You can cast on either side, but it's kind of stop people like being sniped through the corridors and such. And the windows as
that's
well.
good.
They are. Roll me an Arcana check.
Come on, you're so into Arcana. You
Man,
got
those
this.
Arcana checks are weird, you know?
They're sussy.
Arcana, never heard of them.
Arcana, I
14.
hardly
Ooh,
met her.
that's with a plus
that's
11.
sucks.
You rolled a 3, but
Yeah,
that's still enough.
yeah.
So there is, you know, small wards. You're not sure the exact incantation that would be used for it, but there is like Sapperstone used on the windows to try and make sure that nothing can like explode them.
Got to open up roll 20.
We do
We're
this every week.
professionals.
We're like a year deep.
I wake up at 6 a.m. to play this fucking game. I don't want to hear it.
And we love you for it.
I'm gonna roast everybody.
You'll notice over the next couple of days that Merc definitely, like, her personality is not quite changed, but it's definitely become a little bit more logical than she used to be. So she used to be a lot more like, you know, she would just exude a bit of joy and that sort of thing. But now it's a little bit more calculating.
Okay.
Do we see floating mathematical like structures like in that GIF?
No, you'd notice that
equations coming out, yeah.
Yep.
you'd notice that if you pay, you know, that much attention to the necklace that Merc's wearing, you'd notice that it's a different little sigil that is a little shinier. So it's no longer the symbol of Nemavana that's all bright and shiny. It's the symbol of Lezephican.
Nice.
You're shiny.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Got him.
Has Merc told us about her being a pantheist? I think
no,
she,
but you would
kind of did.
kind of like she mentioned she worshipped more than one god.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
You'd notice that there are 4 distinct symbols if you are,
Yeah.
you know, into religion, which I don't know if Cal would be.
Oh yeah.
You know, underground.
No, don't worry. He's got plenty of religion.
It's suspicious. Why would you say it like that?
Yeah,
Very
it's so weird.
It's like someone who's never heard of religion
putting
before.
little things on there.
Mm.
It's great.
I know the religions.
Yeah,
I know
I
the religions.
understand what that shit is.
I have a good religion score.
Yes, listen, I love a good, refreshing cup of religion.
Religion in the morning.
Don't talk to me before I have my religion, you know.
Alright. Literally the day after we got these rooms and stuff, after we leveled up, Merc would literally, Merc would cast the fun spell, Hematomancy, on the blood droplet.
Are you going to, like... Yeah.
AJ has this running thing of, I cast a spell.
It's a lot. I learn information about a creature whose blood I possess. They must fail a wisdom saving throw. Haha.
What's your DC?
I think it's 16.
Ooh, fancy.
I learn a lot of information.
Fail.
Perfect.
Nice.
If the
We love
blood
it.
belongs to a dead creature, or no, on a failed save, or if it belongs to a dead creature, I learn the following information. The target's most common name, if any.
Joranvir.
The target's creature type and subtype, if any.
Humanoid. Human. Half-elf.
Cool. The target's gender and which of its ability scores is highest, though not the exact numerical score.
Intelligence. Male.
The target's current status: alive, dead, sick, wounded, healthy, etc.
Alive.
The circumstances of the target shedding the blood you're holding, like bleeding wounds, splatter from
You
attack.
just
how long
look
ago
over
it
at
was shed.
Rainier.
Yep. Cool. That's... I can forgo all the above information.
Yeah.
Actually, Merc would have
I don't know.
foregone it because she knows all that.
Already forgotten if it makes it feel any better.
Yeah.
So-
So I can instead track the target for an hour. As long as I'm on the
Direction
same
and
plane of
distance. Okay.
Direction and distance.
1 second, I have to measure right now. So,
Yeah.
it's no longer southeast.
Ooh.
It is...
And I'll explain what the spell looks like to everyone. Because she would have done it with everyone, like, in the foyer area.
We don't hear you, Raph.
I realized as I said that. I was hoping no one saw me.
I did.
It's a little bit more...
And you look goofy as fuck, boy.
East, northeast, 600 miles.
East.
If Merc... Like, I'm assuming there's maps of the surrounding area? In this
Ye-
dignitaries section?
There would be the map.
Would
of
Merc
Britain,
be
but it
able-
would be further than that.
Dang. They're really off that direction somewhere.
You could
Would
ask
Merc-
for a world map to be brought to you.
Yeah.
I figured
Yep.
out where they are. I know
Merc
exactly
would
where they are.
ask for one to be brought within an hour.
Okay, so if you look at your handout, you guys should have a handout of the world map, I assume.
Yes,
you do.
we do.
So
Yep.
it would be just the very... So if you see the Undaria Isles, it is that tiny dot northmost island would be roughly around that distance would be where you're thinking.
Andaria Isles.
Oh,
Okay
here.
then. The very northmost dot.
It's like the teeny tiny little bitty
Yeah,
ones that all
like-
kind of go north. Okay.
Yep, those
To the right of the T stain.
a little
Yes.
bit to the right of the one right of the T stain.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Sweet.
So how does it look? Tell us. Paint
Yeah,
us
so-
a word picture.
Merc would grab the little vial of blood. She'd focus as she began to form the somatic components, which are much less from, like, a lot of her spellcasting was faith-based, so a lot of prayers and stuff like that. It's now a lot more reminiscent of wizard casting. So structured, like, this is how you cast every spell, exactly the same. The little droplet of blood starts floating up in the air, and then little arcs of lightning start, like, zapping off of it. And, yeah. that's how it sort of just hovers there, just spinning around and just tasering, basically, for the hour. Right. On this map, he would be there.
Does anyone know what is there?
I'm
None of
sure
you would be
the map would say that it's the Andaria Isles, right?
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Right. I mean, like,
Yeah,
Like,
do I have any knowledge on the Andaria Isles?
No, your people would know.
well, it is.
Yeah.
It is a location that was in my letter, so even though I don't know
Yeah.
shit about it, I mean, our wonderful host has oh sorry, not our current host, but the host from before, does and basically allude to the fact that he thinks that we're going to be there. So
Yeah.
Fair.
are there any books about geography in this place?
Roll me an investigation check if you'd like.
Oh, yes, I will. Yes, I will. Oh, it's a natural 20. I'm not even lying.
Okay.
oh, yeah.
That's
So
probably
you look around. There's like
It's a 24. Sorry.
there is one book that talks about the. It's kind of. It's not so much a geography book as it is so much like talks of the southern waters of Britain and what sort of portion the naval army controls, as all people have to sail through it. Basically, the waters up to the Andaria Isles are served as Britain's waters, and there are talks of some small civilizations that reside on the Andaria Isles, but nothing large enough to be considered a kingdom as of yet. There's apparently it's a thick, dense jungle that is very hard to actually do a census on to figure out what the populations look like and such.
That sounds like a real colonial output right there.
Well, it's sort of like a military, talk of it.
All right. Does the report mention like ships going that way or anything like that? Like, is there a connection
shipping
currently?
forecast.
No, as I've not found any large civilizations to actually trade with. It's mostly no one has tried to contest the waters. Ships have gone to explore before, but to very little success, and even fewer ships have returned.
Ooh, no details on why.
No, it is seen as like a kind of a grey zone that the Britain naval forces don't so much want. There is talks. You got that 20, so I'll divulge as much as I can. There's talks of smugglers that try to skirt through the Andaria Isles. Very rarely to any success, as they have ships stationed either side. But some do manage to get through. But normally, the ship is worse for wear when it gets out.
Bit of a smuggler's run.
Yeah.
A very,
I'll
very
relay
dangerous
all the
smuggler's run.
information.
Yeah. Interesting.
I wonder if we can sail it in less than 25 parsecs.
Sounds like a place to go to disappear.
Right.
Certainly.
Or
Or
have a
have a
hidden base.
exactly. Either way, I don't think it would be somewhere that we'll be going to anytime soon.
No.
Not unless we're seeking to hunt down the person who tried to kill
Which
us.
I don't think is a good idea, especially if our gracious former host is there with him.
Yeah. I mean, also, this is a wizard that, can teleport. I don't know. I think that's a little bit powerful at the moment. Like,
Also, you may do this spell again
literally.
another day, and he may not even be down that direction anymore.
oh yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Either way, it's useful information at the very least.
I'm surprised it worked on a powerful wizard like him.
I rolled
Perhaps a
an
moment.
8.
Ooh,
And you know what's funny? If I'd rolled a 9, he would have been fine.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
No, that's
I got lucky.
That's good.
Oh yeah, because they get wisdom, don't they?
They do. But his wisdom's not the best. It's good, but it's not the best.
Do we have constant, like, watch over us?
Yeah, there's no
inside
watching
this
in your
area.
place, but they are on the door leading into it.
Ah.
There's constant guys outside, but you're free
Uh-huh.
to roam the 3 layers of this tower.
Interesting. Okay.
Like one
And we
layer is
have
like
all our
bedrooms.
So it's all your stuff is brought to you. It's just your base equipment that you would have had before the 4 years.
Does
So
that include our
to
weapons?
go over it again, it is foyer/library, kind of like just common area, bedroom floor, bedroom floor.
Okay, 2 bedroom floors.
Yeah, it will
have
home 8 diplomats.
Like
That's fair.
bunks, like bunk rooms.
No, there's 1 bed, 2 room.
Aw, bunk beds.
Do
It's
they
such a
even
throwback to our first campaign, though.
Yeah.
do they give us our weapons back?
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Interesting.
Ooh, I got my stick.
Merc, is there did the court wizard that we faced here, did he have an apprentice of sorts or anyone working under him, or was it just him?
We met
most
the
of the work.
apprentice. He
But,
was
like-
the one to clean our shit.
Right, but I'm
No, there's many
judging that.
court wizards that would do that. You know, the
Yeah.
closest
Yeah.
thing
Anyone in
Merc would
particular.
be Viola would have done a little bit of studying under him, and also Kiana would have.
Yeah, Viola and Kiana.
Right. So there's no one there in that void at the moment. Interesting.
No, there's not.
Cal Cindy is just going to cast Detect Magic in that case, just to have a look around
Smart.
this foyer area.
Detect magic. Nothing. Other than the Sapperstone.
Okay.
Which would almost be like trying to pull the detect magic towards it.
Alright, that's good.
Sorry,
At
fuck off,
least
Sexton.
that's good.
Yeah, totally. The only sapper stone in the whole place is only the one in the walls.
Mhm.
Nice.
But nothing to watch over us. Nothing to
That's good.
eavesdrop on
Roll me
anything.
a intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh, AJ has a thought as to
Oh,
why
no.
these intelligence
That
checks
never
happening.
bodes well.
I was waiting for
Okay,
the die
that's-
to come in.
That's 22.
You get the feeling that they know people are going to try and cast detect magic in here, and that's partially why the Sapperstone is here, is to draw that through, so you won't find everything.
Oh, so like it kind of covers like radio noise.
It's like some
Yeah?
static. It's
Static.
like static over it.
Sapperstone absorbs
Yeah.
any magic that
That's
is
what I
cast
meant.
around it to an extent.
Not radio noise.
Hmm.
Interesting.
It's an extremely strong
Interesting.
material that is very hard to work with. Hence why Jordan was so renowned here.
I'm curious, okay, Steele, how much do you know about Sapperstone?
How much do I know about Sapperstone?
That's voice change too, as
a
well.
Intelligence check. Or
With the
Arcana,
domain
actually.
comes the change in the voice.
Oh, Arcana?
Oof.
Arcana.
Cool. That's a bit better.
You know the base bits I've talked about so far. You know its capability to, sap magic from the air and, stop
Mhm.
spells being, cast through areas. It can deflect an awful lot, but it will get overloaded if extremely powerful magic is passed through it.
Do you know if it's found just here around the city, or is it found in other areas of the kingdom? Whereabouts?
As far as I know, the city is the
Yeah.
highest concentration. As far as I know.
Except for the mountain that it's mined in.
I don't really, like... Yeah.
That's Sapperstone is what I was reading up on when we were in the office, so
Really? Where is it
Yes.
found? Which mountain?
I hate you.
I think it's Mount Zakir.
Oh,
I've
Mount
heard
not a
Zakir or
thing.
something.
Mount Zakek?
It was a mountain area. You said there was a
Zakek, that's it.
mountain.
Zakak, not Zakir.
Us.
Fucking hell.
No, that was the king. That sounds good. I hate that I don't highlight important names. What
I
did
love it how...
highlight?
Des, you evil. You evil, Des.
What did I
I
do?
have it. It's in here.
I saw that arrow. I still say that arrow.
The one that the arrow was pointed at them, apparently. I hate it. Okay, I'm not cool. Zamani's cool. Okay.
Yes, Zamani is very cool.
I'm not cool. Just full stop.
I'm not.
I I do
I
have
write my
a
own D&D
thought.
stories. I'm not cool.
Perhaps.
Not
What's
So-
your thought?
Well, Calicindia, I'm assuming that detect magic is being made more difficult by the Sapper Stone. Yes.
Correct. It is siphoning some of the magic.
I'm curious. I have a particular spell that can disguise. I can make it a magical object appear non-magical.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that would potentially make it easier to see anything magical in here.
I
You can
don't
make it
think that would.
just appear non-magical. That would, if you tried to cast
Yeah.
that on the Sapper Stone, the Sapper Stone's going to absorb that spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured. Magical aura. It's one of my domain spells. Could be cool.
How
Right.
would making something look not magical make it be affected as if it wasn't magical?
Well, I
You know,
imagine
it's like covering a lantern to help you see better at night.
I imagine if you wanted to avoid undetected, slip some magical items through and have them appear as non-magical.
Well,
You
yes,
could
for
have that.
things that perceive, sure.
But in other ways, no, of course, that doesn't really play into it.
While they're doing all of that, can I open one of the windows?
Yeah, you can open the window.
Okay. How big of a drop is it down?
Yeet.
Couple thousand feet.
Get the bed sheets
Okay.
time together.
Like the castle of Burton is a very like it's not the widest. It's a very tall castle. Like there's an awful lot of towers that jut out of it, and you're like kind of think like a Dracula's castle where you go up and then there's like a tower that's like jutting off that realistically doesn't look like it should be able to be
Yeah.
stable there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
magic.
Question: if you have claws, is it scalable?
You like dig them
It's
inside
scalable
them.
until it isn't, and then
Yeah.
you don't even exist anymore.
Well, is it water?
Not all of it. You
Which
have to
not?
really aim it.
Also, I imagine
Okay.
we're pretty high up, and hitting water from a high up height is like hitting concrete.
Nah.
You splat.
I don't
Just
do
look at
physics.
each other. Head for
I
the
don't do
bushes.
physics, so, no. Okay.
Probably not. With climbers equipment, maybe with but you'd need climbers equipment because this high up, winds will also take into account of how easily you'll get blown off that thing.
Sure.
So you can
Okay.
try it, but only if you're not connected to your character in any way.
Yeah.
Are there any
If you wanna-
convenient?
If you want to try and yoink another character into existence at this point of the story, go for it.
No. I'm just Rainier's always looking for Plan B.
Are there
If
any
Reno
super
wants to-
convenient haystacks?
If Reno wants to like speedrun a TPK, I'll get the bed sheets. We'll get it going.
Yeah. Let's
Couple thousand feet
go.
up. Exactly 20 foot of bedsheet will be fine.
No, we're not gonna use it to like tie and like climb down. We're tying to each other, so if Reno falls, we're all going with it.
Or can I present another idea? We throw it all down to cushion our fall.
You know what? You jump out the window, cast slow fall, and then watch it get sucked in by Sapperstone and just die.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, that's
It's
right.
pretty great.
Right. So,
You
so
basically
what
move
are we
from
thinking?
a cell where you're not where like non-fancy cell to like somewhere where they can make sure people aren't gonna sneak
Yep.
around the castle.
Well, they will bring us food at some point, surely.
Yeah, meals have already been brought to you. This is the second day. A full breakfast full of dried meats and baked pastries has been brought through.
And coffee?
Yeah.
What?
If you ask for
In
it.
the morning.
Breakfast wine. Breakfast wine's the best. Mimosas.
So, provided
Have wine.
Everett doesn't have anything that he requires us to do before he sets us free, well, free on our quest, so to speak. Do we have any plans about what we would like to do next? How to approach this task we have before us?
Well, I can request information from the College of Storms on our gracious host, and also topics surrounding them.
Alright, we can say the name, it's Samael.
Well, yes, true.
Piero.
I can send a message asking for info on Samael, and any information on saints in general, or the undead in general, might be useful.
Right, although I don't... Oh, I mean, I imagine the information that, no offense, that the College of Storms would have on Samael, that would be easily accessible, would be very much the usual theological writings and why he's evil, the things that he's done, and such. I don't think
Perhaps,
it'd
but
be
also
more knowledge about how to potentially defeat him or undermine
you
him
do
in any way.
realize the College of Storms is a college dedicated to potentially one of the greatest enemies of Samael, the god Lezephican.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm sure
Yes.
that they would have some information on, perhaps, I don't know, any information before he was a saint? We could
Perhaps.
find information about that. I'm not sure.
Another channel of information that we can use is, well, I have contacts in mercenaries in big cities, such as this.
Mm.
Maybe they've heard something, maybe there are rumblings. It is a big operation this Samael is running, after all.
Right. Hmm.
Is Bonnie just like lounging, like full out, just like on the couch? Just like.
So I just like, don't worry, it's just airing it out.
Well, like, you know, like the fucking. I don't know how to describe it. The 1920s or whatever, just kind of like the lounging on the couch.
On the
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some grapes, just...
Yep.
Yeah, just
Zamani, anything that you would like to achieve once we get out? Or
I'd like to check on my house.
where
have a
is your
house?
house?
Sorry, excuse you. Check on your rubble.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, it's way more likely that I have squatters than the house is just gone.
Zamani. Right now, you
Yeah?
feel a small twinge behind your eyes.
Okay.
Usual thing. You're not unfamiliar with this.
Mm.
You just...
Where's your house?
It's like I'm busy.
I love that you close your eyes, man. It's like you just hear.
No, that was
You just
me
get-
being dumb, not Samani being dumb. Okay,
I love
It's
it. You get the sense of not verbal, just fuck.
Okay, my house is like northeast from here. I think it's closer to Sirach. It's on the
Very
other side of the
vague.
Moorbeer Woods.
That's very vague.
Sorry.
I can
Oh,
literally.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
Would you
quite a
like my
bit of a
address?
house.
What do you want to send me a letter?
I can do that.
I mean, there's no...
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it's nothing important. I mean, I can literally show you my house.
I
I
thought
hope
this
they've
was your
still got it
house.
up.
I was with
I
Zamani. I
mean-
thought this was your house.
No, I've got a place in the Hell Ward. I suppose it's not the Hell Ward
I
anymore.
have a place in the Hellwood. The Hellwood's not a thing anymore.
I
You-
had a place
In the
down in
place
the
that
city,
used to
so
be
I
the
could.
place that was the Hell Ward.
Yeah, I would, spend a couple of nights a week down in the Hell Ward, tending to people's injuries and
I
helping fix houses.
I have a
and things.
question, Mark. Did you get a house from your background, or was this a place you would have been like renting?
This would have been like Merc's parents' joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Not
curious.
the
I'm like,
parents'
is there
joint.
someone else living here now? Like, how long does someone have to be legally missing before they sell their house?
Oh yeah, no. Like that's why I was sort
In
of
the
thinking,
basement
like,
with
I hope the fuckers haven't knocked it down or like.
Yes, you snapped this. Is what happened.
Oh, no.
We're snapping back into reality, and people are living on our houses.
I know you found my sources.
Oh no.
I'm curious. So
Watch Marvel getting TM'd
Oh.
completely into oblivion with this.
I think AJ's just oofed out of existence. Oh, no, he's back.
He's oofing out of
Look, I'm curious. You weren't exactly located at one of the temples here in the city, correct? You're a more independent operator.
Sorry, my internet
I prefer
kind of just went
freelance.
funky. I missed
Yeah.
Was it your
everything.
freelance
Priest?
contract?
Sounds kind of... Try to think of... You
What
were
did I
inde-
miss? My internet went on the fritz.
That's so good. Just asking.
We're asking if you're a freelance
Marquez
contractor for God.
Yeah, I was... Anyway, back into Calicindia. Merc, I was just curious if you weren't exactly pledged to one of the temples in particular. You were more of a independent of all of them. Were you, or?
Not quite. No, it's a curious thing. I'm I'm part of a very small. Well, I actually don't know how many people in the world are like me, but I'm what is somewhat commonly known as a pantheist priest. I worship many gods, 4 in fact, and I worship them all evenly. And in fact, I've lived in all 4 of the gods' temples in this city at one point or another.
Noise sets up and she looks over and she goes, "You're polyamorous for gods."
I mean, I helped basically rebuild Celelio's temple before it probably got destroyed during the last 4 years.
Interesting.
That's a lot
Interesting.
of fucking work.
As
Why do you
far
ask?
as- I'm just curious, actually, in terms of your position here with the different temples in the city. What's your
Insight check.
relationship? Go for it, buddy.
Whoa.
Go for it.
I'm here for it.
Bing,
Everyone
go
is so
for it.
among us today. Jesus.
I'm this classic AJ.
Roll for sus.
16.
All right. No, like as far as you can tell, is just genuinely honest about like Merc's position and status within the city and
Oh,
within
so
all
he
the
likes to know
temples and
about
everything.
people's status. I see.
Mm.
He's
I mean,
One
I-
of those rich guys.
At one point, I would have been considered one of the high priestesses of
Before your
Celelio, Lezefican.
right,
Yeah.
before the 4 years, of course.
Yes, before, I
Right.
lost a little bit of
For
That's-
the king murder.
momentum.
yes, before we murdered the king.
You just shout to the temple
Mm.
afterwards. It's like, you're fired. What do you mean? You're 4 years late for work.
Yeah.
But I came in, didn't I?
I mean, one of the heads of the churches wouldn't have even noticed.
No, definitely not.
Shrek would have been like, 4 years? What?
Do their goals or methods ever contrast? Is there any like conflict of interests between all
Well,
these 4?
I don't quite know, because, I mean, I'm sure there's some minor conflict between Nemavana and Zygolia, because, life and death. Other than that, I mean, Celelio has her own thing going on. I don't think she pays too much attention to the other gods at the moment. She has her own...
Isn't worship
Things?
of Celelio generally frowned upon? I mean, as
Well-
far as I understand it, Celelio is seen as a individual who is
Don't say the
What's-
word you want to say. Could be dangerous.
Oh, what do we
no,
want to say?
no. I was just going to say is seen by many people as being evil.
No, I'm
thought you were
Well,
Much
wanting
more
to
of-
consume the world in fire, I think, is the general.
Yeah,
Just
she
before
she
some
wishes
people.
for rebirth of the world by fire.
Right. That doesn't sound good. So I think potentially evil might work there.
Uh,
Well, where do your powers come from?
Sorry, what?
that's a good point. That is a
Well,
good
I
point.
mean,
It's just
you're a warlock.
completely
Your
off
powers
guard.
don't come from yourself.
Oh, they stuck a
One
punch on it.
conversation at a time. I'm
No. What
make
I'm
through this
saying,
first.
you're judging Mercastil over here
Anyway,
because
no,
one of her
I'm
four.
not. There is no judgment. I'm just simply
You are very
curious.
bad at interrupting
I'm just eating
people when they're
Zamani,
talking.
you're awfully
Hannah's joining me.
protective in this moment.
Oh, I don't like being interrupted by little boys.
Well, too bad for you.
Oh.
I'm probably a few hundred years older, so.
You don't
Oh.
act like it. All I'm saying is that you're
Big words.
you're
Anyway.
quite.
I'm.
You're asking
Anyway,
about questions for
Mercastil,
somebody who was
I'm not trying to
avoiding
be-
many.
This is slightly frustrating.
Oh,
I'm not trying to be
sorry.
judgmental of you, Mercastil. I'm just trying to understand. As someone who is scholar of this type of thing, I'm trying to understand the
Right.
position of it.
Right. Well, I worship the old ways of Celelio. She was not always of this mind. and I'm part of a smaller group, yes, that wishes to bring her rebirth without the world's rebirth.
Interesting.
You have to be careful about how you say things because gods may be listening.
Right.
More than gods like to listen in.
More things than gods listen in, that's for certain.
At this moment,
Sure they
How
do.
when you
did
feel your
I
eyes,
say it was any different?
be your own again. Let me just wrote down what was observed in that situation.
Also,
Yeah,
I don't
no
know if how well he knows the money, but that was not something that she had directed at him.
Hmm?
Or she just
He
meant in
does
general,
not get a
considering.
hook.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, we had a demigod in our fucking heads for the last 4 years, so
Saint,
clearly
not
it's something
quite the same, but yes,
fair. Thank you.
that's all right.
I'm just saying, there's quite a bit more out there than just.
I mean,
Godhead.
speaking of evil gods, I mean, we're literally, going up against a saint that caused most of the evil gods rise to ascension. Indirectly. It's, Silerio is one of the good ones.
I don't know. I've never much concerned myself with religion a whole lot. So.
I respect that. Do you worship anyone, Calicindia?
Of course, like all my people, we worship the dying god.
Insight check.
I was going to say, can I make a religion check on that?
Yeah, you can.
Just check everything.
Yeah, check everything out of this guy's
Guidance.
These inside checks, this is
Guidance. Not that I think I need it. I rolled a fucking nat 20.
Oh,
So why are
nice.
you
Plus 1 on the guidance, plus my religion is 4, so that's 25.
Nice.
So
I got
the
a 19 on insight.
So firstly, Calicindia appears to be telling the truth. He's speaking like very firm beliefs there. The dying god is very similar to the Farwalker in terms of origin. It was believed to be and accepted to be the deity that came over and brought humanity to this side of the world first, and was slain by the Jotunheim giants. The only actual known incident of the death of a god, or the dying, as it's very difficult to actually permanently kill a god.
Right. That's, well, that's quite a story. That whole thing.
You don't brandish a holy symbol when you do your magic.
No, I'm not a priest or a cleric of anything like that. It's
what are you?
just
He's a
well,
warlock.
lots of money. I said, yeah, well, same as her.
I don't really know these sort of things. What does that
Right.
imply? Other
It's a
than you do
warlock.
someone else's bidding.
Right.
Warlocks, but there's powers from more powerful creatures. We borrow.
Right. You beg for scraps. Is there any mechanic to it?
More so making a deal or some sort of agreement with a higher power to receive our powers.
Okay. Will this contract, bargain, whatever it is, come to bite us in the ass?
I don't think so, not at all. If anything, it makes
Is
me far
Anna
more
actually nodding, or?
before Zamani, however.
I mean, I assume if anyone, it would just bite me in the ass.
Okay. Good,
But I mean,
'cause,
considering everything that I've done so far, it's okay. Still here. Things in check.
Okay. I just don't want to have more powerful enemies than we currently do, because...
I mean, okay, think about it this way. You just said that you have to watch what you say around your gods because they could be listening, correct? Because
I mean,
if they
yeah.
did, if they did hear you saying things that might go against them, they would be a little bit because you do get your powers from them, correct?
Not quite. I get my powers from my belief in them.
Yes, but your belief in them relies on them as well, correct? Because, I mean, there are plenty of people who believe in gods who don't get powers from them.
Kind of.
It's not all that different. Which we just took a more direct route.
Exactly. Warlock is more making direct contact with the being in question and, well,
It can be more than
being
just
upfront
gods.
about it.
True, it did take 3 or 4 years of praying to get even a cantrip.
Shit, that's a long ass time.
I mean, faith takes time.
Why do it then?
We just had to make an agreement.
Because I literally saved Anna's life. And
No, she's...
Kazori's life. I can heal the sick. I can cure diseases. I can remove curses.
Then why
Yes,
is their
but I do
magic
it
now
quicker.
different? Did you change? You switched over?
Yeah, I mean, there are specific rules so that gods don't get pissed off. Every week I worship a different one of the 4 gods. And I have to worship all 4 of them at least once every 12 weeks, otherwise someone gets pissy.
That sounds like an awful lot of work.
I mean, it's a lot of admin.
And any good polyamorous relationship is.
Yeah, sure. I mean, actually, no, yes, I do agree with that. I do love all 4 of the gods I've chosen.
Maybe it's just probably more of a platonic thing. Less
I
of
mean,
a romantic
probably.
thing. I mean, if it is a romantic thing, that's just very interesting, and I'd love to hear more.
That's a really weird power kink.
When Murkastle, when you say
I'm not judging.
get pissy, what does that entail?
I mean, what happens when gods get pissy? Fire rains from the heavens, lightning storms lasting decades.
Right.
And your
Never
boyfriend
really
is causing
close to
problems.
All over you not worshipping one of them.
I mean,
either.
great
That's...
areas devoid of life. I'm pretty sure that's
Have
one
you
of
ever-
Nemavana's myths.
That
I
sounds
mean, have
petty.
you ever tried to balance having
Yeah.
multiple girlfriends at the same time? It's not that
No.
far off. I'm just saying. There are perks. But it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. And, yeah.
Okay, so we
Anna,
know
you've been
now.
very quiet.
Yes, we know that Murkastil, Cal, Calicinda, and Zamani all have a lot of overhead. How about you?
Me?
I look at Anna too. I'm just like, how about you?
I'm sitting here and just realizing I took probably the easiest route out of all of the people here.
What was that?
Well, I didn't have to worship a god for 4 years, what you said. I didn't have to make a deal. I just sort of... my soul is kind of infused with a phoenix. It's a bit weird.
Oh, you're a
Infused.
sorcerer.
It's
Huh.
it's a whole thing.
Is that like
Much into it.
leaving the teabag in for too long or something?
It's like some big fiery bird flies into you and then doesn't leave.
How does that happen?
Like a fever dream.
Well, like-
Mushrooms on a weekend away.
Well, like did someone like experiment on you, or like is it a freak accident? Like,
You could call it kind of like a freak accident. I was trying to cast a spell to heal my mother, and I ended up in a place, and there was a big flaming bird. Apparently really liked me a lot, so here's, bird.
That explains the bird skull. And the giant, whatever the fuck that was the other day.
Yeah, sorry about
no.
Hey,
Jen,
GM Workshop,
no.
writing with a party of 45. We're interrogating heavily each other today.
Yeah.
Asking those
What
deep
the fuck
questions.
was that?
Hi.
Interesting.
Welcome.
What were you guys doing?
Okay.
Bit of D&D? Yeah, you're at a perfect
The
time where
Dungeon.
we're delving into each character and trying to figure out if how a polyamorous relationship with multiple gods works and the difference between warlock and cleric. Apparently it's like 3 or 4 years of studying to get a cantrip, and bloodhunters just are dope and don't have to worry about that shit. And some people fall on top
Yeah,
of
I'm
phoenixes or
just
fall under phoenixes. I'm not quite sure at the moment.
Fall
You
into
fall
Phoenix.
under and have
Oh,
a very nice but only a very brief night with the Phoenix.
It's
Who do I-
it's
And then you get
extremely
that
hot. It's extremely quick. I don't know if I
It's
finish first, or
very
they finish
hot.
first.
That's what you call burning passion.
Would have I ever heard of a case like Anna's?
No. You
No,
would not
okay.
have.
Would I ever hear about the monsters such as a phoenix?
You would know what a
Big-
phoenix is, yeah.
Big bird go wrong.
Where do they live?
Roll me an Arcana check for that. No.
Okay.
1 second.
Arcana?
Or religion, whichever's higher.
I have Arcana, but I rolled quite shitty. So it's 12.
No, you would not know.
Rip.
Okay. Does this bird speak to you?
Not particularly, no. Usually pretty separated from that sort of thing. I imagine once it sort of infused itself, it was a one and done sort of thing.
Does it
Ooh.
make difference?
No.
Oh, that's other
Does it
people's
speak to
jobs.
you at all?
What?
Does it speak to you at all?
Not particularly, no. I
Yes.
speak to myself, and sometimes I might think it's somebody else, but no, it's usually just me.
I get that.
Yeah.
Question. Is there any connection between the big fiery bird and the big fiery goddess?
Well, the ascended gods, obviously, creatures existed before them. It's not like Solelio would have been, like the creator of phoenixes or anything. But there is like
Kinship?
talk of kinship between Solelio and like an awful lot of her myths about like Ashes of Rebirth. An awful lot like has like evokes imagery of phoenixes. Like it wouldn't be uncommon to see phoenixes related in like her, well, before they were all shattered the stained glass windows and like paintings of Solelio. She would have been very happy to have
So
a
it's like a
phoenix.
sacred animal almost.
It is a sacred animal, but not one created by like the ascended gods. Like
Okay.
that would be a big like quantifying difference between ascended gods and like the original like the outer realm gods. Is the ascended gods didn't like create species in man. They are worshipped as gods, but they have never had the power, never shown the power, other than like Asimars, which are like kind of not really a race that like they create as can be any race. You know,
Yeah.
they
Okay.
didn't like create an awful lot of stuff. Not yet.
Interesting.
Anna, something that I don't think I've asked before. Given Phoenixy past, how did you work with me?
So
I never really
it's-
questioned it.
It's a bit of an interesting story. The phoenix wasn't at a place that you would usually find a phoenix. I sort of fell through, ended up in a swamp. Phoenix was living there.
Oh.
I don't really understand what was going on.
Oh, so it was an accident.
Well, I didn't intend to stumble backwards into a phoenix, no.
I mean, most beautiful things tend to be accidents, don't they?
I was born from my parents, so probably.
I was waiting for someone. It was hanging there.
Yep.
It was very low hanging fruit.
I think we were all thinking it a little bit.
Oh yeah,
That's just
that's why I said
Theo
it.
is entering the room.
Okay. Next question. You can stop me if this does get too personal or upfront or anything, but what's with the broken chain, Anna?
But how did you see that?
I have good eyes.
That's none of your business.
Understandable.
Can we peer into Anna? What the fuck is Mark talking about?
That's fully up to Anna. Are you gonna be like, is your hair like in front of it? Are you?
The hair sort of covers a lot of it, so
Hmm.
it's going to be basically a 20 perception to see it, is what I
So
imagine it
guys,
would
roll
be.
perception if you want to try and pop a peep.
Oh boy.
I'll
I already
but
know it's
20
there.
is high.
Hmm.
We know the spot now. 'cause you touched it. Nope.
Guidance!
I
I can
haven't-
use
I
guidance
haven't
myself. Guidance.
You've
And
already
guidance
rolled.
after
Oh,
the roll,
too
my
late.
guy.
Too late.
Oh no!
Ooh.
So-
You gotta
Oh, we
declare
have a
guidance
D6
before you
there?
roll.
Do we have a D6?
If you did your journey,
Do I-
you
Can he-
I don't think I want to use it on.
Imagine using a D6 for this.
Yeah.
Imagine using a D6
A
and rolling
D6 to see it.
I'm curious. I'm curious then, though, Des. Do I know of any symbols connected to like a broken chain being a symbol of
That
something?
is, I said this before to Merc. A broken chain is really fucking vague. Like from what I know of the marking, it's super like minimalistic. It's
Very basic.
like
I was gonna say if you gave fucking Callus India something and didn't give Merc something, ooh, we
different
have
DCs
words.
for different people, AJ. You know you're not my favorite. That's a spot reserved for Raph and Daria.
Oh. Yeah, fair.
I interrupt you way too much to ever be your favorite.
No, as a good parent, I love you all equally.
Sure.
People received.
Your third hand is behind your back like this.
I'm a Jura Keen, I got 4.
Taking your own hand like, oh, yes, yes.
How's Anna taking that?
She's very just like defensive, but she will sort of speak again and just say, the people that were on my letter, the people to do with this tattoo, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We have to be careful.
Of course, I'm sorry for asking.
Well, I believe that we've all gotten to know each other a bit better after all that.
I don't think I know anything else about you, Cal.
Perfect.
That's the way we like it.
Well, I can hardly give you more ammunition to try and make insults at me.
I don't need more ammunition to make as many insults as I would like.
I
Hey,
mean,
Des,
I'm just interested, considering how much you ask about everybody else. It's a bit selfish.
I want to do
for me,
something probably stupid. Can I subtle detect thoughts?
Oh, no way.
I just want to see if I can get away with it with the Sapperstone around. That's what I want to try and do.
Roll me.
Because I know there's Sapperstone around. I just want to see if I can get away with it.
So, roll me a check using your spellcasting modifier to see, because you're not trying to do like a big AOE thing. You know, it's direct, the same as like Mercs. So
you're trying to like finally control your spell.
A 10.
Yeah, that is the DC to try and get something small.
Whoa.
Now, how deep are you trying to peer?
Yes.
And is this on Calicindir?
On Calicindir.
The paranoia begins.
How did you not think it was on Cal? Let's be real.
No, I just realized something.
Well, I get to detect if the spell goes off, I can detect surface thoughts to begin with. So I'll start with there, and if I want to probe deeper, then I can probe deeper if I understand the spell correctly.
You're gonna get DDoSed by the patron.
Raph has the bad
exactly
face on. I'm scared.
What?
So this is
He's doing me.
This is on Calicindir, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Surface thoughts aren't too dangerous.
No.
Cal, would you? This does go off. What are your surface thoughts right now?
At the moment, we're more just very much processing all the information about everyone. Just very calculating, just going through everything, memorizing
the last thing
bits of information.
We are actively talking about me saying that you're not sharing any information as well, so
Quite big this time to do
if
it.
Yeah,
that affects things.
Not really. That's more like on the side, and like the main part of Calicinda is occupied with just thinking about, the
Would you
broken
like to probe
chain,
deeper?
the phoenix.
I just don't reread the spell. Make sure
He will know
it's
if you
not
do.
too difficult.
It's not sneaky anymore if you go deeper.
Yeah. Would I be able to just quickly scan the rest of the party?
Yeah. As long as it
I don't want you
doesn't
to-
detect without
I kind of
saying
want you to probe.
task.
I kind of want you to probe deeper.
It
So do
just says as an action you can
Not
shift
Raph
your
out here
attention to
wanting to
another
be
creature's
probed.
thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. So I can quickly
Oh, there's
basically
an action, yeah, you
action
can
just
change.
scan everybody, and then we'll get back to Raph. We'll see how we go.
Okay.
Ooh.
Everyone, one by one. Rainier, what's your surface thoughts right now?
Rainy is half listening to this, but mostly she's trying to memorize the room and looking for any spots where fighting would be easiest.
Okay. Zamani, what's your surface thoughts right now?
She is thinking mostly about the recent sharing of her vision and wondering why there were no comments.
What about
And
me?
that's
Rip.
And Merc, can you tell me what's your surface thoughts?
I mean, the main surface thought is just thoughts about Kiana, but also thoughts about this conversation and stuff. But the big, like, the massive blaring thought is always Kiana.
And is it really obvious that that Zamani wants to know more about Callus India?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna probe deeper on Callus India.
Hell yes.
Oh my god!
Better get
She
her
loves
brain
me, guys.
broken.
He loves me.
So, what is the save?
If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
I'm scared.
So, can you please
I'm
make
so
me the
excited.
save, Calicindir?
Yep.
Fail.
I'll
Anna's
make it.
about to get a fucking brainworm or some shit.
Please fail.
Oh, no. Even better. No thoughts head empty, filled with void.
Okay, so it's wisdom. Okay, that's a 15.
That is the DC.
Oh,
You don't. Damn.
can I choose to
No.
fail?
Since you don't know this is happening, but now you know it
Oh
happened.
damn.
You see, Calicinda eyes just switch over to look at Anna.
Wait, does he know that it
Just
came
make
from
eye
Anna, or
contact.
does he just know that it happened?
Oh,
The target knows, I believe, is the wording.
Okay. I didn't know if that
you
means
just
that they
see
just know
him
that
look
it
over, just lock eyes, and just look back.
So what's our plan now?
Not too sure.
We're gonna sit on our asses for the next 3 days and then see what happens once we get there now.
Pretty much.
Great. Zamani, would you be able to help me comb my hair? I haven't brushed in so long.
Oh, sure. Would you like it
Thank you.
braided?
Sure, why not?
Raina,
well.
would you like... sorry.
What she's doing, she also gives you like this really, really nice feeling like scalp massage.
Oh yeah, because, I mean, Merc and Zamani both know that fucking brushing hair with horns is a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah.
Raina, would you like to play a game of chess? Pass the time.
Sure. Also, I have a question. So, when is the coronation? On the 15th?
15, so 5 days.
And they told us they'll let us out on the 15th, so we'll
Afterwards,
be
yes.
present during coronation.
So you won't be
Or
present
after
for the coronation. It'll be after when he's able to give a ruling on it.
Could we see from our window where the coronation would be?
Yeah, that's
A
my
lot of it will be
question
in
now.
like the grand hall, but you'll be able to see like the outside part in the like.
We'll be able to
Yeah.
see it rain.
That's what matters. We'll be able to see it rainier.
Hey. Okay. Yes, I will gladly play a game with you. Do you want to do it here or in a quieter place where
Here's
you can
fine.
think about your moves?
That's actually a good point. Perhaps do it somewhere better way.
We leave the room.
Have fun, you two.
That's a subtle cast detect thoughts, just so I can learn Calicinda's game plan on chess.
Oh my god, that would be so troll.
That is
That
big
is-
brain move.
Never play chess
Right.
with a sorcerer.
So now it's just me, Anna, and Merc who are in the lobby area, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So since they're gone playing chess, you might sit in there
Yes.
and be like, Merc, so you traveled with Cal and Rainier, right?
For a bit, yes.
Think about them. I'm just trying to get a better understanding of things. And since Cal actively doesn't want me to know anything about him,
I
I
don't
didn't
know
say
much.
why.
Even subconsciously.
Oh, you did the thing.
That's right.
Oh,
What thing's this?
thank you. It's not up to me to say.
Anna, what thing's this?
What about this?
Bitch, I'm about to cast command on your ass. No.
Oh no, the PvP is strong on this one.
It's not PvP, it's like mental warfare.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I wish I had access to power word.
I'm telling you this, it's probably better for Anna's brain that she didn't get to probe deeper.
Oh, yeah.
Tease us with info we don't know. Fuck off.
Oh yeah. Brain slushy. Okay.
Oh, also, Anna, I kept a pair of bracelets for you.
So you've got the pair of bracelets? What do you mean
Yeah,
by that?
so
the
she's like-
shackles?
She like holds like the braiding that she's doing in one hand and just like reaches into her like a ruse and like, here you go.
Oh, thank you. She just
Right,
goes
that's
take
some-
him. She goes takes them. She's like puts them on. She's like, that's better.
I
Oh,
also
that's
have
my favorite
key,
shackles.
if you ever want.
They're
See,
not
I
bracelets.
wanted to
They're
get
like
them turned-
heavy fucking. Like-
yeah, and she's wearing like this. She's wearing next to her chest. She's like, hmm.
I want to get them turned into bracelets so that they aren't so attention grabbing, but during the book on Sapperstone, that's going to be a little bit difficult. So I wanted to go ahead and give them to you, and then if we happen by somebody who knows, then we can get them maybe to maybe get them turned into bracelets later.
I
If nothing
think I
else, then they are-
understand.
if nothing else, then they are definitely an attention grabber.
That's true.
Yes. Perhaps does the spirit of the phoenix give too much power sometimes?
It is very hot sometimes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You'd say you get a bit hot and bothered.
You should have a word with the head of the Temple of Celelio. You would get on like, well, not a house on fire, but
Like a temple on fire.
I mean, that's one way to bond with people.
Literally-
Someone is a
literally-
bonding agent.
I mean, this man is on fire. He's a good friend.
At
He's
this
a very
moment, there
good
is a
friend.
knock at the door
Like-
to the foyer.
Perpetually.
Oh.
There's that. Doop, doop, doop.
I'll get it.
Braiding. No, I'm braiding your hair.
Oh, I won't get it.
Literally, she was
Fatality.
Sorry.
I don't know. Would you be a dare and get the door, please?
Okay. She just grabs her halberd and starts dragging it behind her to the door.
You don't have
But-
to take the halberd.
But what if someone
It was
trying to
more
kill
like
us
she
again?
was she would have like grabbed one of your horns, so she didn't pull your whole hair.
Yep.
She
I
was
still
just like,
images of- oh no. Caught the door.
Just real wrench in the neck, like.
it wouldn't have been like super harsh or anything, unless like you were just like beelining it to the door.
She was trying to be nice.
I know.
Didn't work.
And Anna just didn't want to. Not Anna. Oh my god, sorry. I was thinking about Anna.
No, I'm
Simone
with
just
you.
didn't want to have to start over.
Sorry, I saw that.
So you open the door, I assume.
Yeah.
Standing there is Theo. Very like casual garb now. No weapons or anything, just like civvies. Hi, can I come in?
Yeah, sure. Probably don't need this. Just put the halberd up against the door. And it just like slowly
The
slides
floors. Everett just said the
Oh, yeah.
floors.
down. I just forgot about that. My bad.
How you doing, Theo?
I'm good. I didn't know how they were treating you guys in here. So I brought the hard stuff, and he reaches behind himself and he grabs like this. Looks like water.
The money perks up.
Theo, you
Like, physically, it's
motherfucker. You are the best.
It has
Did you wait,
moonshine.
like,
I am not.
3 minutes.
It's vinegar.
Theo, I just give me like 3 minutes to finish braiding Merc's hair.
He goes, "Do you need a hand?" And
I don't, but I do need a drink.
all right, tilt your head back.
Laybacks. Whilst braiding. Fucking love it.
We were gone for 10 minutes and they're already like chugging like suspicious alcohol in the other
At least
room.
they aren't butt chugging yet. That's the main thing.
Not yet, not yet. But fucking as soon as the
No.
adults are out of the room, y'all are like.
What do you mean, adults?
This is giving me some strong
Promise.
vibes of the last campaign with an Asketil and Varn going off and just
What do you
fucking-
mean the adults have left the room?
I can promise Simone is
hello?
an adult. I
Alright, so-
absolutely promise she's an adult.
Y'all aren't gonna get a
Extra
party
that.
at the coronation, but I realized like fuck all of you are really actually from around here other than Merc. So I kind of got cleared from Everett after coronation when you guys are set out and you're like, "Quest, I'm gonna like not like babysit or anything, but I'm gonna show you around some of the things in Burton that might help you get started."
Oh. Even if you are babysitting us, it's fine. I already have one.
No, you're good. I'm gonna. I got a buddy down in the Twisted Tankard who'll be able to set you up with rooms. There's also like he kind of looks over to you. Oh no, Rainier's not there. There's like work aplenty down there. Like big old notice board. Always some job going. Because we realized when we were going through your shit that you're all strapped for fucking cash. So
I mean,
You-
yeah, I think our friends made us spend a lot of money, unfortunately.
I'll get you in touch with a few people. I know some smiths around the town if you need any of your gear looked at. Trusted tankers, yeah, like that sort of guys there. That's where most of the guys come from. So
It's not that twisted tankard, is it?
Oh yeah, that's Twisted Tankard. And it's only gotten better with the years, I
God.
promise.
Oh god, this is gonna be a headache.
Look,
in more
there's
ways
work
than one.
aplenty. There's work.
Mm.
And most importantly, there's people who know the city well might have seen you coming through when you came to the bridge. A lot of information brokers there. I don't
Smart
know.
man.
I was talking to Everett, and I kind of feel shitty just throwing you guys all out there on your ass and like no direction to start in other than like whatever letters Everett was talking about. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring a few drinks by and just put the offer on the table if you guys want the help.
Oh, by all means, please.
Push in the right direction.
Thanks. As always.
Anything you guys need up here?
I was going to say wine, but whatever the hell you brought works just as good.
Yeah, what is that?
Well, down in the tankard we kind of just call it but it does the job. Fucking Donovan,
Says on
he
the
makes it
label.
himself. And it's
Now,
kind of
how
like
do you spell
fermented.
that?
It's like you're not there.
Yeah, sorry. I need the spelling of everything.
Raina had information about alcohol, just popped her head out while playing chess, but like blindly playing chess against.
Wait, you want the
Kelsey
guy's
and
name?
winning.
Okay, that's an easy one.
Donovan. Oh, Donovan.
No, I was talking about that. How do you spell that?
Wait, who's Donovan?
There you go.
He's the guy who makes
Nice.
Okay.
He runs the
What
Twist
is it?
Is
Tankard.
he the owner of the
He kind of just like, if it can be like fermented into a spirit, it's all kind of just thrown together. And, you know, keep it to a little bit. You don't lose your eyesight. It comes back most of the time.
most of the time?
Oh.
I mean this in the nicest way. I'm not really planning on staying here very long at all. Yeah.
Fair
But I
enough.
bring a bottle of the good stuff. Throw the offer on the table, see how you guys felt. 2 of you are missing.
They're playing dragon chess upstairs
Nerds.
or something? Yeah, I don't know.
Fair.
Any news about the disbanding of the Hellward? The people
It's
pissed off?
going well. A couple of guys, not my guys, are down there taking, integrating it all. It's going well. Up the patrols, up the kind of just the guard presence around it for now, just to really drive home the fact that we're not playing around with this.
Wait, they're like forcibly integrating, as in like making people move?
No, but we're just like disbanding all like the surrounding walls around it, actually integrating into the full district, like expanding
Oh,
it.
you had like walls. Okay.
Every
Yeah,
Hellward
don't- your
does
Hell-
really.
I mean, I come from Sirach.
Sorok's kind of just like the shit ward.
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
nothing about Sirach other
That's-
than
that's
what the
better.
I've been like a few times. Like
yeah, your
But it's
tale
my
City.
is
mom was from Sorok.
curious.
Like kind
Oh,
of.
I'm so sorry.
She was of the original profession.
That's fair. Any episode.
So yeah,
What,
my
tradesman?
Definitely.
she of a kind.
Yeah, tradesmen. Yes, it checks out.
Yeah, no, she traded in men. Man, women. But yeah, my dad took me back to fucking Brendanwell, and I ran away from that shit. But
Understandable. If you have the means, you shouldn't be there.
God no. I spent like the first few months of my life in Sorok that I do not remember, and I do not care to remember.
Well, you made it through.
Yeah,
It's more than most.
Yeah, look, I don't feel good for you.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
I'm talking to you guys longer than I actually planned on talking to you guys. I mean that with love. I got shit to do.
Yeah, fuck off, Theo.
He just backs out of the room.
Love you.
Your hair's all done, Merc.
Oh,
And like,
thanks.
it's not just like a single braid. It's like very like pretty and like layered and like a nice little pretty like waterfall braid. Like just like what the fuck?
It looks. I reckon it'll look like waterfall braid, yes, but frozen waterfall braid.
Yeah, because your hair is very There.
As the second night comes to the party in this area.
Can we do something?
Yes, you can.
No, you're playing chess.
I was gonna say, as Calcindia and Rainer just playing chess away from the others. So Rainer, how are you feeling about everything so far? Obviously, you and I have traveled together more. I mean, not exactly close terms, but closer than anyone here. So I'm just curious to get your thoughts and everything
About
so
what
far.
exactly?
Well, the situation and everyone else that we've found ourselves with.
Well, tit for tat, I'll expect the same. Situation, manageable. I got my gear. I have my head on my shoulders. And I didn't
that?
even have to give anything away for it, which is pretty good. Depending on how difficult a task this is, I'll see how enthusiastic I am about doing it. And I meaningfully like look around the room, saying like, we have to be like discreet.
Yeah.
As for others, well, Merc does the job. Anna is jumpy. That's dangerous.
Skittish, definitely.
Yeah. Zamani, not very bright, talks too much, but hey, maybe she has uses that I haven't seen yet.
I'm offended. I'm bright enough, thank you.
Well,
Devani's a
What
lot
about
of
you?
Anna's laugh. It's okay.
I mean, in terms of the
I'm not very
situation,
wise. I'm very bright.
it's not exactly optimal in any way, and although it's gotten better, I'm still hardly filled with confidence about it all. But I'm just hoping the next few days gives us some form of a plan that we can approach this a bit better. As for the people, well, they're all capable. I'll say that much. They've all proven themselves to be useful, which is more than anything else. At this stage, I can't say I trust anyone. It's far too soon for that type of relationship, I guess. Rainier, I know that you can be a private person with some things, and I say this to you as a matter of respect, as you have saved my life and helped me out before, and I owe this to you. Anna, you may want to be cautious around. She has a way of prying into your mind. So just be on guard.
Is it traceable?
Potentially. It has a chance to be untraceable, but it's there. So just,
Interesting.
if you ever feel something nudging into your mind, that's maybe where it's coming from.
Naughty. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. And well, same goes to you. I respect you now from working with you, to know that you usually have a plan. So what is it now?
Honestly, my
3
plan
minutes
is to
check.
try and use whatever advantage that we can to try and get as much information as we possibly can accumulate from within Burton before moving out elsewhere into the kingdom here and trying to find out whatever we can. I think making any moves directly against Samael or his followers is rash at this moment, and we need to find out more before we do anything like that. I'm not the largest fan of Everett potentially telling people. I would prefer to be doing this under the... Well, without Samael potentially knowing that we know he's involved directly. And I do not trust anyone in this castle. If the court mage here can be bribed, then so can anyone else. And so it's
Right.
quite feasible
Bribery?
that... Well,
We have more than bribe.
blackmail is the proper word, but still. Miscellaneous voice that just appeared.
Unfortunately, that
The
spans
walls
more
start
than
talking,
just a
then they just
castle.
go away.
So, I even though Everett's not making a public announcement, I still expect the knowledge will get to Samael either way.
Right.
It might take a bit longer, but it does mean that we won't have the element of surprise and that one slight advantage.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, we don't really have the upper hand right now, but, that can change quickly. As for Everett and all of this, well, for now it's going well.
Hmm.
We'll see how much freedom we have outside. I suppose we'll be heavily monitored.
Precisely. But I imagine if we start to prove ourselves, those constraints will loosen on us, and we can potentially slip away a bit easier, and, well, not be so closely watched.
As this goes on, who's winning?
So
Go
roll
off.
me a d20 with intelligence modifier and proficiency if you're proficient with dragon chess, or just d20 and intelligence modifier.
Come on, nerds.
Oh, it's a 19.
Hey!
Hey!
I rolled 15 plus 4. Gotcha.
Get fucked, Kelson.
Hal's doing well, but you have the experience in the upper hand.
Right. I don't say anything about it. I just take a note.
Mm-hmm. He's still learning. He's didn't really start playing before he met Raina.
Right. I think that's
Really through
paid
things to
out.
figure out how to get a.
The night comes if I am allowed.
We shall allow this.
Thank you. You guys have been saving an hour and a half worth of RP from the cells. And we're day 1 of 5.
Fair.
So, the nighttime comes. You each retire to your rooms. I have a few people I want to pick on with this night's streams. And hands up if you're a warlock.
Oh no.
Haha, bitches.
It's me!
It's my bread and butter. I'm used to this. Somebody.
It's me.
At night comes, it's easy to fall asleep in this lavish room. You sleep pleasantly, and it comes to your mind a moment on the border of reality and dreams. You're frozen in place, and your eyes kind of flitter open. You feel like you're in the same room as usual. This kind of weight imposing down on you, immense pressure of power, as strolling through is a man, devil in nature, curled horns, slick back hair, just muttering to themselves. You can't really hear for a moment. So they walk beside your bed and reach to your eye and pull out. It's like this flash of searing pain that doesn't make sense in this moment. Do you just hear? Looks like it should be working fine. So it's best to check these things. As it pushes it back into the socket and goes to the next one and pulls it out. Sorry for the discomfort, dear. I just have
I have
to
the
be
ability to
sure.
talk.
No.
Okay.
Full on sleep paralysis moment as the searing
just
pain
wanna
is
check.
able to get put back into your mind. Should be gone as this kind of just like green fog just through them.
I've been trying to tell this man about fucking what's his face for 2
Yeah.
sessions now. Damn it.
That's the thing with patrons. They contact you, you don't contact them.
I know. It's just last time he let me talk to him, so I wanted to tell them about the things.
So yeah, you wake up and there is like your eyes are bloodshot. There's like trickles of blood that indicates it wasn't a dream.
It's great.
A memory of pain. Calicindia, stop trying to look away from the camera. And it's like you're trying to not look at the teacher.
Aww.
You don't have any shackles that would subside your mind. The ramblings and ruins of madness. Fleeting moments. It continues from where it left off the last time. The immense darkness of everything, the lack of life, the lack of anything. Then there's a spark off in the distance. And then blinding lights as they all start going off like fireworks in your mind, until everything starts falling down in ash, rubble, and ruin. As you look around, most things around you are falling. You see something in the distance that gives you a glimmer of hope. A small keep of sorts. That is it. As you all wake up the next morning, some with painful dreams, some with mad prophetic stuff that makes no sense.
Do I have the ability to prestidigitate my eyes so that they don't look horribly bloodshot? Is that a thing I can do? You can clean up blood.
It's not blood like on the surface though.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'd say no.
I want to die.
As you all come out the next morning, Zamani's eyes, you can prestidigitate the blood that's like coming from the eye sockets.
Yeah, I mean,
but her eyes
eyes are like a very neon green generally. So
yeah, bloodshot for you looks more like dark black veins throughout it.
Yeah.
Woof, that hangover got you hard, huh?
You had too much.
I mean,
definitely. Yeah,
We didn't have that much. You okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
Normal night.
All right.
I do look out over at Anna. You know, other than that, we're fine. Not in like any kind of pointed way, just like.
Right.
The beds are quite comfortable at the very least.
Yeah, diplomats are treated well. Enough.
Breakfast is brought for you all. This morning it is more like very much so like a hearty breakfast that Theo made sure was sent us off, like fried bacon, eggs, sausage, hash browns, like full Irish breakfast, you know. Sent like greasy and heavy.
Interesting.
Who's bringing it?
Just servants.
Is it
Yeah,
someone
is it
is this, it's gonna be the guard from the
Yeah,
Well, they bring it to the door and then one of Theo's guys brings it in.
Okay.
Not Simon.
While one of Theo's guys is in, I'm gonna be nice. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Have you heard of a large black snake going through the castle?
Yeah.
Oh, you actually have?
Yeah, no, is that yours?
Yes, his name is Ul.
Ah. Okay.
I haven't been
That
able to
explains
find
a lot.
him.
I don't know if you're gonna be happy with what happened. So, it's tried coming to the door a few times. Well, I gotta say, fucking Kazori has just found it and just been like knitting it like snake jumpers, which it just keeps trying to wriggle out of.
Oh, that's fine.
Like,
Kazori's so sweet.
we thought it was like something we keep like trying to just like, who should we? Oh, I fucking want to step on a snake. That's just cruel.
No. He's a big boy. Like,
yeah, he's kind
his
of
head
chunky,
is like,
but
he's
like,
big.
yeah, he's been pretty friendly though. But keeps trying to make his way back here. But Kazori kind of took a liking to it when obviously we can't just keep a snake locked up. So Kazori kind of kept in a tank, and then she affectionately called them noodle jumpers. Fucking no.
Oh, I love Kazori.
He kind of hates it, I think.
Yeah.
I've never seen a
no.
snake look depressed, but.
Do you want me to message Kazori?
Oh, that'd be lovely. If you just let her know that Ul is mine, she can continue to knit him jumpers. That's fine.
Can you?
Just,
what
like,
is the
see him.
spelling of the snake's name?
UL.
Ul. Right.
Ul.
Ul.
Let's take lessons.
Snake.
Yeah. Des would never.
Doesn't never. Ooh, with an umlaut over the eye.
Always.
It's over you. It's not I.
I know this. It's a joke.
Des puts omelets wherever the fuck Des wants to.
They didn't get you.
It's a fantasy
You-
world after all. Come on.
You?
Okay.
That's fair.
Just give me a sec. And Merc will just, like, zone out cast sending.
There's definitely like a moment.
Kazori, that big black snake you've got in your tank, would you be able to bring it to the Eastern Tower? It's Zamani's. Thank you. Probably woke her up.
Yeah, Zori does not get up this early.
She's on the way. Her hair will be a mess, but never mind.
Oh, you assume she's
if she
gonna
wants to
come
be
before she
braided,
does
I
her hair.
could.
That's cute. She'll be there post lunch.
It's fair. Yeah, I was just wondering. I'm glad I was able to keep him during the last 4 years.
Is this a
wondering what
pet or
happened
is
to
this a familiar?
It's my pet.
Nice.
He's a very good boy.
Sure he is.
Let's just say I have had multiple babysitters.
Right.
Some are more effective than others. And I gesture over to Anna.
She's just sitting
Yeah.
there, like, on the corner with her arms still, like, tied in. She's like...
Look, I am just waiting for you to forget to say you bring them, and I will hop on that nightmare in a second.
Look, if it makes you feel better, I plan on giving them to Zami this night, so you can do your fucking bullshit.
So, throughout the second day, we can kind of speed. Unless if you guys just want to keep ripping for an hour and a half each day, that's fine.
If we get someone like Theo, I mean, is Theo coming or anyone like
There
that?
is
Anyone with
no
notes?
visitors planned for
missed
today, unless
Theo.
you ask for someone to come to you. You can always make requests of the guys in the door, but it's kind of not as poignant as last time,
yeah.
where they will be coming down at a moment's notice.
Yeah. I'll go to all the guards then.
You open the door, they go, "Oh,
I'm not.
supper."
Hello?
Wait, they're bros. I love it. I love it.
Alright, I'm not sure if this is something you can organize, but when we were in Prince Everett's study, I noticed a book on the shelf. I was wondering if I could perhaps borrow it, if he would allow it.
You're funny. You want me to ask this soon-to-be king for a favor?
No,
You're
I'm
fucking
also,
with me, right?
if you could ask Theo, if he can ask.
I suppose I'm not like
If you can, it's just...
I already got much to be doing here. Like, I suppose I could leave. You fine here by yourself? Yeah. All right. I'll go find Theo. Break out. We break your knees. And he finger guns away.
I love him.
Like, did he repeat that in the mirror? Did he think that was fun and cool?
He probably has, yeah.
Did-
He's probably spent most days in the
Maybe.
dorm
Poor
like
guy.
just trying to think of things to say to be cool.
Yeah, poor guy.
I mean,
I
I've
love
caroused
them.
with them before. They're good fun, but they're very chummy.
Yeah, I could tell by the way that his nose was broken in 3 places.
I think one of those 3 might have been me. Whoops.
Sorry, Merrick, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Mostly about the Celelio person you're talking about. I want to know more.
Okay. Celelio is the goddess of fire. There are rumors of a supposed madness that has taken root in her mind, which is confusing because madness of a god is probably a difficult thing. Yeah, she's all about that hot Bernie stuff. What else? What do you want to know specifically?
You just said that I might get along with the people who worship her. I was wondering if I could learn more before I walk on blindly into one of their temples and apparently meet someone who was on fire.
Oh, yes. What's the term for them? Genasi. Yes. Fire genasi.
Literally on fire.
A man who is very, very closely associated with the element of fire. Like very
If I touched their skin, for example, would I burn?
No, not unless he's very passionate. He's burned me once or twice. It's good that I'm resistant to fire.
What you're saying is that you've had passionate encounters with this man.
Not those sort of passionate. And not with him.
Just on the madness thing, is there people who worship the mad version of this god?
Yeah, more cultists than religious types. Much more fanatics. They wish to embrace the rebirth of the world through ashes and flame and desolation.
Interesting.
Not great people, in my opinion. But
most people who sort of worship an insane god usually aren't, to be fair.
There are stories of people who have tried to tame the beast, so to speak.
Is it like a sexual thing?
No, it sounded a lot more sexualized than I wanted it to.
It has been spending too much time with somebody.
Oh yeah. Just return her to the way she was. Which
What is that done? I would assume once you go insane, you're usually kind of lost your mind.
there are those of us who have faith.
Is there like a specific way of doing it, or is it just believe hard enough?
I don't know. I haven't met anyone who's actually tried. There are tales of people.
With this priest friend of yours, that
Like-
Genasi, would they would know anything more about that?
Not sure. I don't know. He's God, he'd be getting on in the years. Not sure. His mind is addled at times.
Doesn't bode well for the future of that god.
Not sure.
Well, thank you.
It's alright.
You've given me at least one thing to think about.
Yeah.
As that conversation comes down, we're about the halfway mark, so we're going to go ahead and take a break now before we get into any more pent-up roleplay. We'll be back soon. Again, just before we go, if you can support Ukraine, I'm going to put another link in the description. Please get your information from credible sources. Help them any way you can. It all matters. Do what you can, if you can. Even if you can't, just try and spread awareness. We'll be back soon. And we're back on the second day of the 5 days, taking an hour and a half per day. This is the next 4 sessions of the campaign. Milestone leveling based on how much bullshit you say to each other. That's great. So, as you rest and recuperate, there is a moment where at lunch, Kizori comes, brings the snake. It is in a like pink and green striped knit noodle jumper.
I love it. So I just like, thank you so much for looking out for him. I was really worried.
Oh, you're all right.
Here, if you want to see him, just let me know.
Okay.
How are you doing, by the way?
Okay. Pink. Still feel weak sometimes.
Yeah. It happens. I'm glad that you're doing better.
Me too. Thank you.
Anything?
Mark.
Of course.
Anything we can help with, or?
No, honestly, I'm just getting ready for the party.
Sorry, we'll miss it.
You're all right.
My outfit would have been legendary.
I'm sure.
I would have borrowed one of Kiana's frocks.
I miss her a lot. I knew we used to pick her a lot, but I miss her a lot.
Same. I'll get her back.
Thank you. I have things to do.
Sorry.
Goodbye. She
You're very awkward. What is a big boy snake?
Is it like a python? What is it?
Yeah, like
It's based after not a python, but it's like python sized. Here, I can go find pictures.
It's not a python, but it's a python.
It's like
not a python, but
python
it's a similar
sized, but
coding language.
Pythons can range in sizes, so you have to be a little bit more specific than a
Okay.
snake guy.
that's fair. Not
Are
like
we
a ball
talking carpet python? Are we talking?
python.
That's all I know.
We're talking about python. That's it. Polygon.
We talking ball?
No
python?
further questions.
He's
Oh, yeah,
like
you
a
got
boa.
number
He's
one.
like boa constrictor size.
Ooh, big
nice.
chungus.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Let me.
Right.
I don't remember the name of the kind of snake that he is, so I have to go look it up real quick. So we
I
can
am
keep doing
pretty
whatever.
Sure I have it here. What it is,
Oh, I was meaning what's based off of the neural life, but please go ahead.
Oh no, never mind. Yeah, okay.
Do we recognize this beast?
No.
I do. I've met it before.
You do.
True. He's very nice. He's nicer than me.
Aw.
That's
That
not
does
true.
not say much.
No. So, what would people like to do for the second day within your?
Can I
Different
go
amount of
to like the library area and just like read up on Solario?
So roll me an investigation check. You have a feature for this.
I have
Okay.
expert researcher, which allows me to roll with
Ooh.
advantage.
Oh,
And 3
Yeah.
damage
Nice.
below a
Fancy.
10 as a 10, is it? Or
Anything below a 9 lower is a 10, so
that's actually kind of cool.
not bad. And look, I didn't roll below a 10, which is the main thing.
11.
21. Imagine.
Nice.
So, it'd be great if I didn't close tabs on my notes, wouldn't it?
Not bad.
no.
Oh, that's a skill issue.
Yeah, it's-
You can improve that.
Yeah,
with
you got to
skill set.
spec into that.
True.
So, you find an awful lot of notes on base stuff that Rakessa has told you about the rise of Solelio, like the savior of humanity. She organized the first resistance, first against the Jotuns in 82 New Dawn. It talks a little bit about the madness that has gripped her in recent years and some like theories on where it comes from. Apparently, something to do with taking damage or something form of intervention by some of the not so nice gods like Serok, and it's believed like I want to say Anathox and Hikanir were the ones to be around. It talks a little bit about how
Motherfuckers.
she was originally driven by the burning passion to rescue humanity, and talks a little bit about the theory of how she could be saved. There's a theory that is her father's memoirs were stolen for her just before she fell to madness. There was a champion of Serok who did this to Silalia. It is thought that if someone could recover her father's words, she would come back to her previous way and be,
Senses.
beacon in a new era of like prosperity.
Cool.
Rainier, you had a hand up.
Yes, I do have a question. So, with my alchemy kit, can I attempt to spend this time efficiently and make something?
You would need supplies to go in the alchemy kit, like crafting.
So I
components.
cannot do it now.
No, you can't. You need the alchemy kit is like the supplies you use to try and make potions and such. You just need the ingredients to do it.
Gotcha. So then I would like to ask if Viola can visit us.
Sure. She's much quicker to be summoned. She's not quite as fussy as Kazori in her appearance. She's arrives within maybe 45 minutes of you asking for her.
How does she look emotionally?
She looks tired. Actually, right now she looks very tired. She looks like she's been doing an awful lot of research, possibly. Her hair is still like kind of a mess. Her clothes are like not like firm pressed, like fresh from the hamper.
How are you holding up?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm doing my best to try and go through Jornvir's notes and anything he's left. Specifically, Averdaz asked me to look into the bridge, make sure everything can function right, and I studied a little bit about the Sapper Stone and do my best to make sure everything is nothing's going to explode.
Right. Jornvir, was it? He mentioned that you would be a great wizard one day. Are you the next to step up to the plate as the court wizard?
Technically, it's possible. I'm not really here as a it's like someone to take place in the court like that. I am a ward sent by Zakir mostly to bolster relations. It's a position I could accept, but eventually my time will have to be back with my people. But I could fulfill the role for a while.
No. I lost Daria for a second.
Oh,
I have an infinite loading screen now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Oh, there
Welcome
we are.
back.
You're typing.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you're back.
we gotcha.
Can you hear us?
We can hear you. Yes.
Can you hear us?
No.
You are robots. You're so robotic. I don't believe you anymore. You're all...
Oh no. We can hear you though.
Oh, nice. Okay, can you say something else?
Yes,
Yes.
I can say
Hello.
something.
Okay, it got better.
Whew.
Okay.
Whew, whew.
We're gaming.
Nice. We certainly are. So she said maybe someday, but now I
So
suck.
I will repeat it. So maybe someday I could do it, but I'm not really in this court for the purpose of trying to fill that role. I am a ward sent from Zakir, and I'm of respectable position of birth that I will be expected eventually to return to the Chained Library and to take a place there after I've fulfilled my time here as a ward. It's something I could do for now, perhaps if it is what Everett wishes, but I would by no means be a permanent addition to the court.
All right. I suppose we will not be able to be present during the coronation, but you, with your keen eye for magic and other things, I would like you to keep a close eye to what's going on there, and please tell us of anything out of the ordinary that would happen.
I can do that. There will be a lot of people there to witness the coronation. An awful lot of very respectable people who will have various magics placed on them, so it might be difficult for me to pull on a specific thread, as it will be
Right.
not overwhelming, but be like trying to spot a hooded figure in a crowd to try and pick out a magic source, unless I really, really try and focus on it.
Would it be possible to sneak at least one or two of us in disguise to keep a close watch? I am quite wary of the fact that something nasty can happen there.
Have you discussed this with Everett?
No, not yet. I don't really have a habit of summoning a prince, but I wanted to check that up with you.
I suppose it's possible. The sapper stone would, especially in the grand area, if it's all back up and running properly, if I follow the notes, will most than likely get rid of magical disguises. That is one of the tuned uses for it. So it would have to be very cloak and dagger disguise. Couldn't be magical.
I see. Well, if you don't mind, bring that thought to Everett, and I suppose we'll see what he decides. I will not push for it too much.
Bring this to his attention. He probably will come and see you. He's just very, very busy getting all the things arranged for the coronation. It's limited time has become even more limited.
Right. Well,
perhaps in the evening.
whatever news.
Probably try and get him to come down after a day's work. If you're honestly probably better asking Theo to bring him here than me.
Well, don't sell yourself short. After all of this, I'm sure Everett will be giving you a lot of attention and respect.
I don't think I could get quite as much attention as Theo gets.
Oh, is there something more going on there?
No.
He's just louder.
Close. They're very close.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Well, I'll await
Insight.
any news from you.
Can I
No,
what
I'm
is
not.
Merc is just sitting there staring at a wall, just sipping tea. That is all she's doing. She's just like, don't look at me, you fucker.
Is this a private conversation?
Insight.
Is this a private
I
conversation?
did want to have it in private,
And it is in
but,
private.
You know,
Cool.
Damn.
Merc's just sipping tea then.
just sipping tea.
I hate it. I'm angry.
All right. I'll politely tell her goodbye, and we'll see.
Right. I'll be seeing you. She leaves.
When she leaves, and Raina like, funny joke, because
That's
just
offensive.
alone in the room. Yep.
As the day progresses onwards, unless you want anyone to discuss anything, yes.
I have a sending I'd like to cast.
Make it quick.
I've got it written down. It's all good.
I apparently pressed
heading
far
into-
too much for the session. I just need to leave you guys alone in a room for 5 days and you fill the session.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sending a message to Headmistress Valois,
Okay.
the head of the College of Storms. So the sending is. Oh,
Yeah, Miss Cooper.
internet go bor. Do you want me to just go, or
Yeah, just oof.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh,
yeah?
we got
Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Yes, I'm so sorry.
Cool.
I
That's
try
okay.
to fix it.
That's okay.
That's okay.
So the sending is thus. Valois, sorry for no communication. Need info on Samael urgent. Send info to East Tower in Castle. Any info on saints and undead in general. It's exactly 25.
Okay. I just need to check my notes. A moment.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you not have a few overdue books already? You're racking up quite the fees, but I can send something. Leave it with me. Because
Overdue books.
if you remember correctly, Valwar, she's strict.
Oh yeah, no, she's very strict, but like, overdue books. Huh. Oh, the ones I got for Kiana. Oops. My bad.
At a copper piece a day, you're quite a few gold indebted to the library.
How many days are in a year in this world?
360.
Three.
That's good.
Did I get it?
You can check the calendar if you like. No, I think it's like a little under, like 3.
It's in the nerd shit folder, I think.
Probably. I'm not gonna check right now.
326.
326. All right.
328. 328.
Well, that's by 4 years. That is at least 131 gold.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Falwar's gonna kill me. Never mind. I'll work that out.
131 silver, 13 gold. 1 second. We're gonna throw up a quick technical issues screen, and we're gonna be right back. Okay, guys. Hey, we're back. We just had a little bit of an issues with the servers right now, and things are a little scuffed. So, as we were talking about overdue library books, D&D. Yes. Anything else people wish to have discussed before perhaps Everett arrives in the evening? I know you learn nerds love this shit.
We've still got
I heard discussed, and I'm really here for that.
We've still got a few more days, so.
Yeah. Well, we'll write it out to other days. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I would just let the party know that I've contacted the college for information. They'll bring books. It'll probably cost money, but fuck it.
Okay. Before Everett arrives, there is a message back to you, Marcastile. It's from Valwar. It's issue. I only have basic introductory to Saints. Joranvir still hasn't returned the last ones he took.
What a bitch.
I'll reply, issue indeed. That's okay. We will figure something out. Thank you for letting me know. I will pay the fines eventually. Miss you? And just leave it at that.
She's not going to
She'd hate it. Yeah, no. She'd hate it.
Just adding a 0 onto the fees. Just.
Oh yeah. To the front. Changes nothing. Forehead.
So, in the evening, there is a small knock on the door. Would someone like to open it?
I'll get it.
Everett is standing there. He's still in his very similar morning garb, all the blacks with the trim.
My prince?
Castiel. So,
feel free, come on in.
Viola said you wish to speak to me. Huh?
Yes. I don't know how founded my fears are, but I do think that if there is a next step in this attempt to undermine the peace here, I suppose it would come during the coronation. If they want to sow chaos, that'd be the perfect time. I told Viola of my suspicions, and I suppose she will have a watchful eye, but for protection purposes and all that, it would be probably smart to get us out there to monitor what's going on. But I suppose that's a question of trust. So
I could see why it would cause issues if I have you at the coronation, I'm not going to lie, as I haven't dispensed the king's justice yet. I understand the concerns are something my security council is heavily concerned with as well. They're looking into. I still can't permit you to go to the coronation. I know missing out on a party is not fun. Perhaps I could. The cast is going to be chaos, so it'd have to be the night before. There is a small overlook with that kind of overlooks the entirety of the grand hall, where the majority of the coronation will take place. It's glassed in, but it's kind of like it's a secluded area where people can go to speak in private. We could place you all in that if you so wish, but you'll have to. If something does go right, you'll have about a 30-foot drop with broken glass between you and it. I have plenty of security there, but if you find yourself very moved to be there, I don't know how much fun it will be to watch a party.
Being nearby would do wonders for my stress levels.
We have the best and brightest on it, so we have the captains of the guard and all. It's we're sparing no expense for security on this, but if you wish to be there, by all means, you showed capability enough in the library. Oh, speaking of which, he reaches into a small satchel he has on the side.
Yeah, Theo pulled through. Cal?
Muted Callus India.
Raph?
Sorry, I completely missed that.
The book you
I am
asked
still
for.
muted. Yes. It was about. Can I just give him the? I can't remember if you gave me the title. I don't think you did.
He literally
But
has it in his hand.
Right,
he
I thought he was
brought
asking
it
me
to
for.
you.
He did.
Because I never actually said the name of the book. So that's
Well,
why.
he
Nelson
saw
was
you
just busy in
called.
the void.
Yeah.
He has the book on the Saints and Sinners, the one he saw you read. Because the guy didn't actually take a name from you.
Thank you. This isn't actually the book that I was asking for, but I will still take it nonetheless.
Fucking idiot, King.
But
what were you looking for?
I will still. It was a book referring about the Lithonians. I'll give a general description of what the book looked like.
Sure.
But
my father's library was quite intense and quite extensive. I'll see if I can find it. I'm still trying to. I thought it was great. Dad was great, but he didn't really follow any kind of looks Tiana. Like, you know, the way there's normally like an organization system in most libraries. Dad kind of had his own mental map of where things were to be placed.
Oh, fair enough. But thank you still. This is still be a good read. I'm sure there's some information actually here that'd be useful about the Saints, Macastil, if you still were interested.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know when I'll get down again. I'll try and drop it maybe on my way before breakfast tomorrow. If someone can find it, if I can find it, I'll head up to the study now.
Thank you.
How are you guys finding the tower? Is everything to your liking? Are you feeling more yourselves yet?
Definitely. Almost back to full strength. We have info on where Joranvir went, or at least was immediately after the shot through the ankle. Great shot, Rainier.
That's very good. However, one thing I forgot to mention, I will be sending up names. Sorry, there's something who fly through my head right now.
Sorry.
Let's see. Mirabelle, she's going to be coming up to take your measurements for. We want you to look presentable during sentencing.
Oh, right.
Perhaps if me giving the sentencing when you don't look like criminals will prove all the better. Fix any patches in the clothes, just make you.
There you go.
Good. These clothes are well worn. Very well worn.
You can take any of your requests or preferences, but it will be fairly standard bird and fat.
Thank you, Everett.
You're a gem. Yeah.
I'm muted. Fuck. Thank you for being so kind to us, considering everything that's happened. You don't have to.
I would like to start off my reign as someone that was well liked. Perhaps, it's I have big shoes to fill, and I'm not in the process of. It'll be difficult to live up to my father's lineage, but I don't want to lead an embarrassing role.
You're not even crowned yet, and you are doing incredibly well.
A lot of pressure.
It's a little bit of pressure. I thought I would have at least another 100 years from my father's lifespan.
We all think we have more time with our parents.
I can't dilly-dally, I'm sorry. Book on the Lorthonians. I'll see if I can find it. If there's something specific you wish to know about the Lorthonians, I can always get Savar to speak to you. He's still knocking around.
The book looked very informative and quite old by the looks of it.
And Savar wasn't going to tell us shit.
Yeah, Savar insulted Zamani the first time he saw her.
Tell us some stuff, but I don't know how much of use it would be.
Yeah, if I wasn't in the room, sure.
All right.
But thank you, by the way.
Anyways, you have many things to do.
Too many. Pleasure as always. Better that you're not in chains. I will be seeing you again.
Look towards Anna in shackles.
Yeah, he does clock it. He just does. He's like, not worth it. No.
Fuck.
That's the start of a long conversation that I don't need today.
Yep. Right.
Everett leaves the room, and another night can come and pass, if you'll allow it.
Before it passes, like I said, I was going to do a little thing to stop old Zammy having issues. So Anna is going to knock on Zammy's door.
She's going to, of course, let you in.
Sorry for knocking this. It's quite late at night. I just had a thought. I was thinking, you know how I use these things to sleep, and it makes make it easier to sleep. I noticed that last night you were having issues with you. Obviously, I assume he came to see you. I was wondering maybe you wanted to, like, if I had one on and you had one on, we could sleep soundly.
Aww.
They're like
missing.
they're kind of a Santa Claus. Like you'd break them if you took them.
No,
apart.
you spoon them. You spoon, okay?
Yeah, sleeping next to each other, both lying flat on their back, T-posing. And the T-poses are just connected.
You've been missing me, Anna.
It looks like you wanted maybe you could use a good night rest. So.
Oh, okay.
Roll for blushing.
To be honest, I don't wish to piss him off any further, considering that I've gone basically 4 years without addressing anything that's happened. And even though I would like a nice night's sleep where my eyeballs aren't literally ripped from my skull, I don't really feel like I deserve that. So I think I'll probably just continue to let him do what he wants.
You just gotta gloss over the fact that he took your eyeballs out.
Yes, apparently he was worried that they weren't working anymore. So I'm wondering if he's having a hard time seeing, which is like his whole point for having me and you with me, which is slightly concerning.
But,
he didn't really explain anything.
If you think, I was just sort of assuming here, but the Sapper Stone, would that not be limiting the vision?
You put blinkers on the devil.
Good point. It probably is. He didn't give me an opportunity to say anything, though, so...
Well, if he does come and visit you again, you know where I'm at. Over there.
I mean, they're large beds. You can still come and cuddle if you were missing me.
Over there.
Just leave.
Okay, bye.
Like really awkwardly, like quickly scuffle, like shuffle across the top of the thing and back to her room. And like as she goes to close the door, she looks back at you and just quickly closes it again.
So cute.
One day. Goes back.
As the night comes. Throughout the night, there is a small patter of rain that starts, but no nightmares tonight. Just drawing it out, just to be there.
Yeah. Peaceful.
Merc would sit on her windowsill and like enjoy feeling the rain on her skin.
Does it freeze when it touches you?
Probably.
Nice.
Ding! Oh, fuck.
It's always hail around Merc.
Yeah, just wake up with like a bunch of tiny bruises and shit.
So, my brain says you slept 3 times since the first time, so
Yeah.
Merc auto-advanced one day when you got there the first night.
Yeah.
So it is, if you got there on the 10th, you would have slept 11th, on 12th.
This is the day before, I believe.
It's either the 13th or the 14th.
It is the 13th, so you've sleep 13th, sleep 14th, but on the 14th you'll be brought on the night before. So you've one more night here, and then the night you'll have to spend in the secluded area.
Overlook.
The Overlook. So, for your last day within here, well, second last day, but last night, what would people like to do?
Probably cast Hematomancy again. See where old ankle is.
Okay, northwest.
Wisdom save 16.
Oh wait, actually, yeah. Yeah, he succeeds. That's pretty pog.
Cool.
No, never mind.
It's pretty bug.
That's pretty.
Cool.
That is actually the grammatically correct D&D terminology for when someone says it's
Yeah, it's pretty common.
So the seamstress is coming tomorrow to fix our
seamstress
clothes?
is coming today.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
It's
Okay.
very quick. She will come and take measurements throughout the day.
And
Well, is she repairing our clothes or is she giving us a new clothes?
That depends on the quality of your clothes. If you have noble clothes, you're fine. She'll repair them. But if you have commons or traveling clothes, she will be bringing noble clothes.
So the only one
Hmm.
who's keeping their clothes is Cal.
Probably. I think I've got common.
Yeah, I believe so.
Does stolen,
Which means
does
Cal
stolen
gets to
noble clothes count?
How are they
Jeez,
stolen?
Cal
Where
gets
did
to
you
walk
steal
around in his underwear while his clothes
I'm
get
stealing Cal's. What do you mean?
just rocks up, sees Anna wearing his clothes. Like, what the fuck?
So, cows will be
Like-
first, but then everyone else we get very, very standard Burton style fashion, very kind of like 13th century Italian like gowns for them with nice tights. Actually, it's all women. Never mind, because Calson. How does
wanna see
Rainier
your-
react to a gown being
I
made?
was gonna say,
Yeah, a gown. I mean, I don't think she has ever worn a gown or a skirt once. I don't think that ever
You know, there's a
happened.
request for more masculine fashion. You sort of-
Yes. She will just look at the skirts and say like, if you want me to tear it, like, I mean, do you have like pants or anything?
Perhaps a nice set of some tights, nice doublet, high boots.
Yes, thank you.
Merc would request that as well.
Nice. Oh, can we get like a cool like power suit? You know?
Oh, yeah,
I think
100%.
power suits were
Yeah.
very 13th century Italian.
Oh, yes, they
What do
were.
you
Yes, they
mean?
were.
Big ass shoulder pads. Come
You
on.
can get shoulder pads.
Just because I'm sure that a gown would get tangled in the fucking like
The hooves. bitch.
digigrade like hooves. Like
All I'm
it'll be
saying, all I'm
fucking.
saying, if she doesn't come back with the red and blue Power Ranger suits, I'm gonna be upset.
Damn it.
Oh yeah, red and blue, true.
So, clothes are bought for everyone to your liking. Throughout the day, you can do as you wish.
Maybe
Every
ignores
friend
the
did
shoes
not
that were
manage
offered.
to make it through this morning before with the book.
Right.
He's a
I
busy
want to
man.
get to know people better, but I don't know how to go about doing it, like out of character.
Just
Hmm.
fucking talk to them. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
but
what
like
Cal-
doing.
the,
I talked
the
to Cal.
seconds
Cal's a
Amani
bitch.
starts talking to half of the people here, they just go ugh and they walk away.
No, like,
Not
Yeah, I know.
true.
Hang on. Whenever she tries to talk to Cal, it's like half insults from each other.
Yeah.
I like that in there.
Also,
And now you are
Calicindia. Also, Cal is not half of the group. All right.
I mean,
Pretty sure
he doesn't-
Rainier would
Cal
also be
think-
like,
Cal thinks he is.
You wouldn't
He doesn't
know.
walk away.
Jen, you wouldn't know unless you tried, so.
You gotta try these
Yeah.
things. Only one way to get to know each other. You've got a week worth of watches to do at this stage.
let's go.
I'll have a look at the whole saints and sinners thing and just see if there's any mention of like people attempting to kill said saints or sinners before.
No, this is penned by Sir Stern. It's more the rise to power of each of them. No, so speak of. Yeah, there is talk of some people who tried to get to sainthood and were stricken down by gods in the process, but no notes on active death of saints or deities.
Would I recognize the name Xerxes being a tiefling?
Oh god, Xerxes has a couple each god gets about a couple pages on themselves. Xerxes gets like a quarter of the book for himself.
Of course he does.
Interesting.
Oh, fucking hell.
Suppose it's been 4 years since I prayed to Xerxes as well.
That's the secrets guy, right?
Fuck.
The one who stole the artifact of ascension.
Yeah.
The one that we met at the magic
In-
bar.
yeah.
Represents
hope.
the
Yeah.
gods.
Bandito.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the
Um,
fucking
Shed of
dive
Yoink.
bar.
When the breakfast is brought to us in the morning, who brings it in? Is it just like a servant?
No, it's brought to the door, and then the guys, Theo's guys
Okay.
at the door, bring it in.
All right. Might I make a request? I guess for when the evening meal comes in. Would it be possible to have a bottle of wine to share? I did promise Samani that I would make sure that we would get one once we got out of our cells.
Type of wine.
I mean,
Red.
whatever they're willing to give us.
Red.
Just
Oh,
from
red.
like the middle of the stacks in the library section, you just hear just red.
Definitely red.
There you go. As long as it's red, and I don't think that they'd probably be willing to part with anything too special, so
As
whatever
long as
they
it's
can
not
spare.
coagulating.
Grab a ring
I'm
and throw
fine.
it.
So
Oh,
drinkable,
the shit I like.
drinkable is the requirement. Pataluba.
So
Roll me
Zamani
a
is now.
persuasion check.
Oh,
Ooh,
you're a warlock.
okay,
You should be
come
fine.
Well, he's not a
No.
warlock.
He's an intlock.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I've got
fair.
plus
Okay.
5 persuasion. I've got
Oh, I
plus 5
thought you were
persuasion,
in
guys.
law.
You
My
need
charisma
D6s.
is
Use
still
your D6s, Raph.
decent.
You need them. You need them, Raph. Use your D6s.
That is the best fucking wine
I
in
want
this
to keep it
world.
at the
This is the
14.
best.
Like,
I mean,
on.
imagine how close your friendship with Zamani will get if you bring really good wine.
yeah, let's do the D6 then. Let's fucking go for it. Let's go.
Yay! Peer pressure, it's a thing.
It'll be so
Oh,
close
this
it makes
is-
you
this is the most-
uncomfortable.
Useless use of my
17.
inspiration, but let's go.
Tell you what. I am piss poor bored on this door. You got any cash? Anything you like? I could be persuaded to,
Jeez.
have a little excursion down to the cellar, see what I could muster up.
I'm just curious, did we have any cash on us?
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay.
I have 20
Merkel just-
gold. Do I delete
No.
that shit?
Did we just delete our gold?
You guys have equipment. Yeah, I'll be kind. You can keep your starting gold, whatever you would find.
Wow, 20
Heyo.
gold!
I've got like no starting gold, but still.
Same.
Oh, I'll hand across 2 gold pieces. That
he,
enough?
he looks at the guy at the other side of the door. Kind of looks 2 gold. He takes like 6 gold out of his pocket. 8 gold. I can get a better bottle than you can. And the guy's like, I gotta take that action.
Merc's just watching these guys who are definitely part of some like fucking pub crawl she was part of at some point.
You made the mistake of going on one too many winter solstice parties with Theo's guys.
Yeah. Oof.
And don't get me wrong, these guys are knights, but they will be very apt at sneaking into cellars, and they are trying to see who can get the better wine
Oh yeah.
when the
They will
shift of the
always
guards
know.
changes.
In Thieves' Cant, I definitely tell them good luck.
Yeah, again, just like
I
same
just
see
want to
this
see.
quick wink.
Yay. I love the quick wings. It makes me happy.
So the let's roll to see which one of them gets a better bottle.
Yeah. Roll for the important shit like good wine.
Oh, one of them got a nat 1, so he definitely gets caught
Whoa.
going into the cellars, but the other one doesn't. So, unless there's anything before the evening comes around.
I was going to talk to people since
Yeah.
since Jen doesn't want to.
Go for it.
Specifically, we want to talk to Zamani, but in private.
Okay. I'm taking Wool with me, though.
Of course, all has to come. Like it's not a private party if there's no all. You know.
Wool is best boy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
He's
also
like-
the bodyguard.
Zamani's best redeeming feature.
We'll just go upstairs, one of the rooms or something.
Yep.
Um,
She'll definitely make some kind of like slide joke about going to her bedroom with you.
we'll ignore it.
Uh-huh.
So, recently, obviously, past couple of days, the tattoo was brought up by Merc. I've never told you about it, and I think I
No.
probably should.
Okay.
I don't know how much I trust the other people, but I trust you. The
Well,
tattoo
even
comes
if we
from
didn't
when I
trust
was.
each other, we kind of have to.
The tattoo comes from a job I did before I was assigned to you. I was required to go to a city and kill a leader of a resistance, as it was threatening an important person there. the resistance was a good cause. A cause that I personally really got behind. And unfortunately, due to my obligations, I was required to kill him. Sorry.
Okay.
Some of the people that I left there in charge, they've been captured. I worry about them. They were good people.
So you were sent to kill the leader of the resistance, but while you were there, you kind of got in too deep.
Willingly.
Willingly got in too deep.
Luckily for me, I do not have the special eyes that he can see through, so it was a bit more of a trust-based system.
Hmm.
And I did the job. I gave him his head, but it wasn't fun.
Don't doubt it. So is the tattoo from the resistance, or is the tattoo because you got discovered?
It signals a member of the resistance.
Okay.
So if you have that tattoo in a specific spot behind the ear, that's how people know that you're a part of that resistance.
What was it for?
We were trying to rid slavery in a city full of it.
I assume you mean Sirach.
No,
No,
there's other cities out there that are as shitty as Iraq.
that's fair. It's just the closest one.
Yeah, no, I worry about them, but I want us to be very careful about the next moves. If they do happen to fall, then I don't know what I'm going to do.
If the resistance friends fall,
Yes.
is that your collateral?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, I assume that you know what mine is, so.
Do I? Had a character? I can't remember.
Yeah, you would know.
I'll just take your word for it.
I
I'll
can
ask for it
message you later if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, Cade's one brain cell. Sorry,
Feels
our
like
shared brain
firing
cell.
on all cylinder.
I'm losing it all at RP. Give me a break. Come on.
You're doing
Hey,
great,
you're doing
buddy.
well. You're doing well, bud.
Yeah, no, you're.
We're proud of you.
Well, regardless, as long as we're allowed to, I do plan on doing everything I can to make sure that we can get people back.
What's my biggest worry is when we attacked the wizard, it's that is somebody who was working for the particular individual, Samael. And I worry that that will be seen as an act of aggression.
It could be, but I think it would take a bit more than just that. Considering, I mean, he started it first. Even if beforehand we didn't really know the connection with Samael, we just knew that somebody was trying to kill us, and we retaliated.
Technically, he did that first.
Twice.
Hopefully, this saint sees it that way.
Hopefully. There's nothing quite that we're really able to do now. I don't think any of us are strong enough to take him on, especially not head on.
We just need to get through the next couple of days and get the fuck out of here.
Yes. See if we were given any directives, and if not, I guess doing our best to learn what we can and get strong enough to save the people that we care about.
Hopefully.
And she'll definitely give you a hug.
It's real awkward.
Awesome.
Just it's really awkward to begin with before she relaxes a bit and sort of leans into it a bit more.
Oh.
Get that shit wholesome things out of here.
Fuck that wholesome shit.
Wholesome
fuck
stuff with my Zamani? Never.
I know.
Okay. So whenever Anna's ready, and they'll just go back downstairs.
So, Zamani, as you go back downstairs, there is a brief moment where your eyes don't become your own again, and you feel that something peered through it. It's just you hear a small voice in your head. I'm bored right now. So, ask that Rainier girl to play a game of chess.
Wow.
Chess with the
Am
devil.
I going against a bot?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna lose.
It's a
Yes.
hard mode bot specifically.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, AI is
chess
always
against the devil.
better.
You're booting up chess.com and you're going against the fucking Grandmaster
Alright.
bot.
Yeah.
Geekery bot.
Fast forward to the end of the campaign. Rainier's going to play against Blazefrican.
Rematch.
End of the
Rainier.
campaign is it's a battle via chess.
Basically.
Yep. Well, isn't that what
Could I-
D&D is?
I'll play a game of chess with you.
Oh, do you play?
Learning.
Sure.
My poker face is bad. Hers is better.
Sure.
Good thing you're not playing poker then.
Let's do it then. I'll set up the board.
We'll make this not too big. Can you roll me a d20 intelligence and proficiency, please?
Me or who?
No, you don't need to roll. I'm rolling.
Yeah,
Okay,
he will
cool.
be doing the thing.
I didn't know what you wanted me to do.
Hey, it's not bad though. It's not bad. Well, he's probably gonna win, but you know, it's 22.
Hey, you just think you're playing against Zamani.
Well,
So-
I'll figure it out eventually.
And as you play, it gets very frustrating because you're like, you started like as Zamani. It's how difficult can it be? And then she's like, very complex opening, and rolls around you throughout the middle game, and end game just dances across the board, and it's just like, you don't know how, but you lost
Neither does she.
because you played phenomenally, but Zamani just prodigy.
Yeah. Do I understand from? Do I get any feeling at all that like she's being fed moves, or like is she like super
Roll
confident?
an
with it?
insight check.
Yeah, I will.
Do I need a fake confidence? I can't
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
Zamani's really good at that. Just
Yeah,
saying.
no, that's a natural 3. I believe that Jumani is a genius now.
Dragon chess prodigy.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, Zamani's about to have sister confirmed. Yeah, sure.
I just
Yeah.
imagine Zamani being like, yo, devil, like, I need you to play chess, like, right fucking now.
Yep, yep.
Help.
Yeah, but when this like comes to an end, the demise is clear. Raina will say, "You're learning very quick.
Yeah.
Is this your first game, or have you played before?"
I've played before, but this is the first time I've played probably in about 4 years.
I mean, kind of thing. Well,
Not gonna lie.
you're very good. I am surprised because, well, let's just say I'm surprised.
Wait, why are you surprised?
Well, you don't seem to strike me as a person who has careful plans and things ahead.
Oh, I don't.
That's why I'm surprised.
Why do you get that impression?
From how, let's just say, your
You
decisions.
can be blunt.
No,
Fine.
I know. I'm just thinking, your decisions don't strike me as a person who thinks ahead.
Which ones?
Well, for starters, giving them all the information on you, just at the drop of a hat.
They would have taken it eventually. It didn't matter.
They didn't take it from me.
It's because they didn't feel the need to, because we had already given them enough.
Oh, Zamani.
And also, just because you're strong and you can keep the information within yourself, doesn't mean the rest of us would have been able to.
Here's the thing. You were spoon-fed one way out of the situation, and you stopped looking. That's why you thought you didn't have a choice.
No, I knew the other ones existed. I just didn't want to take them because they were so much more work.
And yet, now, they have a lot of things on you. Was that smart?
I mean, what do they have on me?
Everything in that letter, including collateral.
Sorry, could you say that again? You stuttered for a second, internet-wise.
Yeah, I'll say everything in that letter, including what your collateral is.
My collateral isn't something as close to me as Samael believes.
I mean, same, but still, information is weaponry if you know how to use it. They have it now.
I mean, of course they do. But like I said, they would have been able to get at least what's from my letter regardless of what I had done.
See, that's why I didn't think you'd be good at chess.
different perspectives. That doesn't mean that I'm not thinking things through.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe you'll be impressing me in other areas as well. I'm willing to look.
I mean, I can impress you in a few ways that I'm sure would be quite fun, but I don't think you'd be interested.
I don't think you'll be able to handle that.
Oh, I'd love to see.
Oh.
You really don't.
No, I really do.
No, get out there. Get out.
Oh, I assumed we were just playing chess in like the main room, the library room.
Yeah.
No, I would play chess in isolation.
Private affair,
Yeah,
very
6 years
personal.
apart.
Yes.
As about as you walk away. It was better than I expected.
I said the word. Wait, I can talk to him in my brain without speaking out loud, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, since you're here, I just wanted to let you know, since with perceiving of my eyes earlier, there is sapper stone in the walls here, so that might be affecting things. And also we learned that the person who stole us for the last few years was Samael.
Nice. That's alright. The sapper stone I concluded when I came to inspect. Didn't need to kill you when I realized there was a reason.
Appreciate
And it
that.
disappears. Just gone.
Devil's more right.
Sucks.
No, you break
Big
that contract, it's over.
Yeah. There's a reason why Zamani did not take Anna up on the offer.
Oh yeah, at best you wake up with that sapper stone broke. At worst you wake up with you broke.
Yeah.
So,
She's just gonna go back to the library area, just lounging, playing with her snake. I mean, little pet-pets. His poops,
at this stage, the wine does come with your evening meal. It is a natural wine from the volcanic region of Thiel. It's definitely probably one of the more expensive ones in the castle. It's a blend of 2 local grapes of the region. It's got dark ripe plum and cherry aromas balanced with like a freshness and juiciness leading to a complex palette of ripe fruit. It's got exotic spices, a rich leathery tannins, and a long finish. It's traditionally bottled with the waxing and waning of the moon. Because of
Holy shit.
wine, I've researched what wine things to say for fancy bottles.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, well done.
You're so
Zamani?
nice, though.
I did promise you a bottle of wine once we got over ourselves.
Did, and to have a nice fun conversation together.
I
That's
don't
part of
think
it.
you can
Good wine.
describe any of our conversations as nice. Fun,
Oh.
certainly, but definitely not nice.
I guess it depends on your definition of nice.
That's true.
I mean,
Well,
it's
cheers.
not like we've been threatening to murder each other.
No, that is a bar we haven't quite crossed yet.
That's not a bar I intended to cross.
Likewise. I hope you know that most of my comments towards you are not to be taken personally. It's more friendly.
As in friendly, do you mean as... Like, this is the way that you decide you try to make friends with people?
No, just meeting your barbs with my own.
Oh, that's fair. I like to see how people react to things. It tells a lot more about them than their wordsmen, generally.
Yeah, it's a good test of character.
So thank you for the wine. Wasn't
Yes,
expecting
I'm
it
out
so
of my
soon.
word. I wasn't expecting anything quite this good either. You must have done a good job finding a bottle down there.
I mean, they made a contest out of it, so...
That's fair.
Really, really good shit.
Oh my god, that is an intense description, Diz.
Molly's the wine
Oh, yeah.
person. I don't want to be like, it's a good bottle.
I mean, yes, but like, I know absolutely nothing about wine, and I really don't like it. So,
Same,
like,
I
you're
don't
fine. Yeah,
I know
I'm
enough about wine to know that that's like some proper good BS.
Yeah,
It sounds like something a
AJ,
wine person would say.
Yeah, it sounds
AJ,
like
are you-
very whiny.
Are you well versed in the phase of the moon there, AJ?
Yeah, totally. 100%. The moon is currently existing. There you go.
It's up there.
True.
It's
That's a
definitely
phase.
up there. Made of cheese.
The moon is in its emo phase right now.
Aren't we all?
A lot of things are very different here, though. The wine, I must say, I haven't quite tasted anything quite
Well, that
like
comes from
this
steel,
before.
I will point out.
Right.
By the Mount Irmin volcano. It's volcanic grown
It's still
grapes.
made of grapes that say we don't really have grapes. So, interesting.
I mean, you
What
do
do
come
you
when the
make your-
sounds correct.
Well, we have plants that grow in the world below. Mostly forms of fungi and similar type things.
You make mushroom wine?
No, there are other plants, but that's an example of some things that we make in terms of vegetables and fruit.
Mushroom wine, fair enough.
But we do have other plants that can be substituted for fruit in that case. But nothing like this. Which is, I must say, much better.
Beneath grapes?
Ground grapes.
Ground grapes.
Ground grapes.
Underground grapes.
Yep. You know, like the potato with the ground grape?
Also meat. A lot of meat. I've noticed that.
Not a lot of meat underground?
No,
Good.
God no.
Insects?
There's a lot of fish, but the only meat you'll find is from creatures that,
Ground fish.
frankly, you don't really want to eat the meat of because you're more likely to get poisoned rather than have a satisfying meal.
Are fish not animals?
Well, in terms of like cattle
They
or
are.
chickens or things like that, but
Underdrinkers vegetarians.
Yes.
more, I believe the term would be pescatarian, to be precise.
There is
Ah,
great
yes, the-
seas in the world below, I will point out. That's why there is fish.
The
Yeah.
fishitarian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fishitarians.
Hipster elves.
Or hipster ones.
We already knew that, though.
Right.
There
Interesting.
was a story about a few travelers we rescued that tried to eat cloaker meat. That didn't end too well for them.
A cloaker?
Uh,
Would I know what a cloaker is, or is that an underground only thing?
They're mostly underground. I don't think you would have encountered them from what I know about your character so far.
That's fair. What's a cloaker?
They're a horrible creature that lurks in the world below. They disguise themselves and, well, ambush unsuspecting travelers.
you mean bats?
No, they're much bigger than bats. Bats,
Oh,
but
okay.
and bats that also attack and try to devour you.
Ooh, fun. Fun. Sounds like a deadly world down under.
Mighty God.
Oh, jeez.
For people who don't know, that the three of us are Australian, and it's for two of the people who are just talking.
Yo!
Yeah. Fucking guess which ones.
The ones that laughed at that joke.
Listen, this is Australian shaming, and it will continue.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. Can't change my mind.
But no, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Very, very dangerous.
Well,
So, of the surface world, how much of it have you seen? I mean, not including the last 4 years. That doesn't count.
Well, my first town I went to was Serok, which I must say was not the best first impression.
So what part of Sarah?
Well, just into through. Can't remember it. There was an inn, the something priest. Went through there. Met Rania, thankfully, fairly soon. And, well, thankfully, she guided me through Serok. We didn't stay there for too long.
For the
Last.
best. Sarah's not great.
And no, not really. I can't say I enjoyed any of my time there.
I mean, you were willingly in Sarok?
I don't know why all of you shit on Serok so much. It's not bad.
never been, honestly.
I saw at least 10 muggings on my first day.
Well, exactly.
3
That's
of them
why I
were by
live there.
Rainier.
I mean, Calicinda,
That's pretty low.
that's like... Yeah, that's your average hell ward.
No.
Yes,
I mean, well,
No?
No,
I
how would
don't know.
Listen,
I think it was when I was a kid.
I don't know how about you guys, but for me, high crime rate is great pickings. That's my job. So I live there intentionally.
I mean, Sarek isn't really high crime rate. It's just all crime rate.
Exactly. So much work for me.
It's not high. There's no limit.
Besides that, just headed down south through to Burton and really a few of the border towns and Oldham, but out of
So
that
do you
it,
prefer
haven't
the
really got
desert
any
or the
good.
forest?
That's both are completely different.
Yes.
I'm not
forest
sure
has trees.
at the moment. The forest has
has
rain. The forest has rain, which I must say is very lovely. It's quite nice. Water flowing down from the sky. It's refreshing.
Opposed to what
Did you see
dripping
what
from
happens
cave
when it
roofs.
freezes?
What was that, sorry? Macastil?
It's saying water dripping from cavern ceilings. It's-
In some parts,
different.
yes, but we are a bit more. We do a bit more civilized than that in our own settlements.
I figured. I had figured.
I must say, probably the forest. What I've seen, the heat is it's a bit too much at times,
That's fair.
Yes,
especially in
it
what I'm
is.
wearing.
That's extra fair. Also,
Actually,
being...
that's
Go ahead.
I was going to say, does the sunlight affect you at all?
No.
No? Well, that's good. No, I
Not
just
drowned.
figured that
Yeah.
He has great
Underground.
sunscreen.
We have means of artificially creating close to sunlight, not the same, but our own cities are quite
bioluminescent material.
exactly.
All I can think of is Genshin Impact with their new underground zone.
Oh yeah,
A lot of-
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of bioluminescent plants
Just
and around the
turn on
place,
the
as
really
well
big
as
nightlight in the sky. It's fine.
a lot of arcane lights as well to light it up.
Right.
But of course, once you go further away from settlements, then it does get much more dark and harder to see.
Like a battery.
a very bad rave.
That's a good one.
Listen,
I'm sorry. I tried to get back into character. All I can think about is
Roleplay!
all I can think about is Raider at a rave.
Well, let's. Yeah. I think our food is getting cold by this point. Shall we eat?
I'm eating as I'm talking. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and I halfway stuff shit in the mouth, like, huh?
Yeah, same.
Like literally, everybody's just been eating, and then Mercutio is
Merc's
over
just
here
been
like,
sitting there.
He's very polite.
Merc's waiting to say, yeah. Merc's saying grace.
Oh, I see. She was
Oh
trying to
God,
put in the
of
word,
course
but
she is.
everyone was talking like, okay.
We thank Blizzefrican for this meal.
Why, did he cook it?
No, just good to say, I guess. Anyway. Oh.
So
Right.
as the evening goes on, the wine is very pleasant. It gets later
Company's not.
and the night comes again. The weather doesn't appear to be getting better. More rainfall comes.
Oh.
Nice,
Would you
nice,
say
nice.
Would you say it's going to be stormy on the day of the coronation?
Does my storm senses tingle, being Blizzefrican based?
I don't know if you're tinkling. Do that before you get to bed.
Wow.
But no,
It's a-
the next
it's a
morning
private
comes
affair.
through. Ow.
Not again.
Next morning comes down.
Oh my god. Every night now, the trolling begins.
I love it.
I've
I
missed
I mean, to be
my-
fair, you crafted a
Okay.
character that was literally just like, I have made this for nightmares.
Yes.
Didn't we
Literally
all
do
do
that.
that? Didn't we all?
I
No.
mean,
I'm
to
wearing
be fair,
fucking gauntlets, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Cal is next level nightmares.
Merc has lined up-
bad dreams.
Yeah. Merc has lined up, like, you know, the potential for nice dreams. Talking to gods.
Just wait for Silalia. Just wait.
Oh, I'm so
Fire.
excited.
So much fire.
So,
Can I borrow
the
those
next
cups,
day
Anna?
is- Again, unfortunately, Everett probably completely forgot about the book at this stage. Is the closer it gets to coronation, it just he's like, I brought a book. What more do you want?
Free book.
No book.
Yeah.
Throughout this day, it is hectic. Your clothes will be delivered towards the end of the day. You can kind of just hear throughout the through the courtyards, out through the windows, like there is people like moving stuff, setting up like pavilions and all. It is getting crazy. In the evening, you'll be brought to the chamber, unless people want to discuss stuff. I understand we're doing an hour and a half a day at this stage.
Well, in that case, let me just not.
I was fully ready for actual you hit that quest board and start doing stuff. You're like, we're not talking. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Imagine, sit in silence for 5 days.
That's how you did it in the cells. I was just getting ready for that.
Guys, all I'm saying is if we talk long enough, the king can't be crowned if all the episode title's wrong.
Right. Oh, we're 5 steps ahead.
I'll change the episode title to 5 Dumb Fucks Talking.
Wait, 5? Didn't you count
6, come on, 6.
This conversation between you guys.
Oh.
Now if I had an NPC there.
So we are getting into the fancy clothes.
Yeah. But no, you don't. That's for your trial. They arrived today.
So that's not for the party.
No, because you're not going to be seen at the party. You're in a little observer's box.
Sure.
You get to watch a party. You don't get to partake.
But when we go to the box, can we take our weaponry with us?
Yeah, but you're going to be brought the night before, so you'll be sleeping pile of humans and humanoids.
We're sharing a room, is what you're saying.
Yeah, there's couches, there's no beds, but you want to be security, so they're going to place you there the night before the morning starts.
Yeah.
So, throughout the day, unless there's anything you wish to do, your meals come, the night comes, and you're brought to this box. It overlooks very nicely. It's like hardwood flooring, and then each surrounding side on 3 sides, not the back, is made of glass to look over down the Great Hall. You're quite high up, but you give literally a bird's eye view of the entire thing. As you're there for the night, Theo comes in, and he's just he's definitely on edge. He's looking around, making sure nothing's out of place. Okay, so don't leave this box unless there's all shit's gone to hell. And I mean everything. If you see there's one dumbass in the crowd, if you see one of my guys go for it, let us handle it. We really don't want you busting out of this shit. So
Gotcha.
Unless it's a big kerfuffle, stay put.
But what if Merc wants to tinkle? I hear she's fond of that.
There's a bucket.
I said. I think the main thing we will do is we will come down if the king himself is in direct danger.
Yeah. Look, we need everything to go well, and bunch of accused Kingslayers jumping out of the ceiling. That's gonna cause panic. So my guys are in the crowd. Cool. All of us are here because no one's guarding your room, so it's good. Door's gonna be locked behind me. Magically sealed, so your only way out is through the window. And if you
through the window or through the wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thinking that wasn't gonna say it.
I did. I'll take the credit.
You'll be
right, I've got a way to get down.
You'll be all right. I'll have some servers bring up some food. Probably some of my guys. Just behave, really, please. Shit's probably gonna go wrong tomorrow, but we should have a handle on it. Nothing ever goes right. That's my life. So, sleep well. He kind of takes off this large sort of duffel bag he has and just throws it, just full of blankets and such.
Thank you. Appreciate the blankets.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Is there a blanket for Ool?
No, but there's a noodle jumper.
Oh, nice. What was that?
That's him throwing the noodle jumper.
I like the idea that Ul has been very chill and very calm when he sees the jumper. He's just
yeah, kind of starts trying to get away.
I do have
Yeah.
a question about Ool. Like usually animals are very jumpy around Rainier. He seems chill. Yeah, he seems fine.
Yeah,
Sweet. Okay,
he's vibing.
he's vibing. Can
He's
I
there.
like? Can I try to assess his intelligence level, so to speak?
I was about to say the same thing. I was going to say, having observed the snake for
Yes.
a few days now, it
Animal
doesn't seem like
handling.
an actual snake. Okay.
Animal handling. Let's go. Let's go. Smart boy.
Can I also make one as well?
Nah,
expecting-
I'm really sorry, guys. He's my first boyfriend. This is what happens.
I see. I see.
I'm expecting Rainier to do the full Croc Dundee, like,
Yeah. No. 17 for me.
Okay.
that's not a knife.
With the guidance, that's an 11.
Oh wowza.
How you do not know, but Zvani, you can tell the sort of level of intelligence that you would predict it will to be to Rainier.
Considering where I got him, like, I'm nervous. I'm going to tell you the wrong version because we went through like 3 different versions.
Yeah, you can text me first if you want. I'll just-
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, I stumbled on something juicy.
Okay.
Yoshi.
Juicy.
It is so juicy. Oh, this juice.
That thick boy has a thick brain, huh?
You do.
We
You
do be-
drunk.
We really need to
His brain
start trying
dummy
to, like,
thick.
not make sure. We're making sure the king isn't getting crowned this episode.
Listen, it's getting to it for sure.
Joke's on you, it doesn't end till he's crowned.
Joke's on you, we want that.
Yeah, this is you guys trying to scam me into a longer session.
Scamming.
Please no. Please no. I have to function tomorrow.
It's kind of cringe, but okay.
Yeah, no, functioning? What the fuck's
Yeah,
that?
okay. So, like, he is smarter than any kind of, like, normal animal that you've met. He is, like, I guess out of character. He's not a folk familiar, but he's not a normal animal.
Gotcha. Okay. So he's like sort of like smarter than an animal would be, but not on the level of human.
Human.
Ask him questions. He'll shake his head yes or no.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine.
Who's a smart boy?
You're a smart baby.
He's a smart boy. I mean, like,
Lack of his
he knew that
brain
we had been
checks.
moved to the tower.
Sure. He has a GPS.
Yeah, you do.
It's just
Just
so
running
nice.
out the vaccination and now can be tracked at all times.
Of
Yep.
course.
Ooh, ooh.
But hey, it came with 5G.
It did, yeah. Sour cream and chocolate. That's what the chip is.
These are all jokes.
The joke is. The snake could
Covering
eat
our
people,
bases.
in theory.
Listen, he could
He's a big boy.
he'd eat anyone he set his mind to. I believe in him, okay?
True.
Enough
It might
time
revoke
and
in his
we'll-
stomach. I'm just like, oh, could you cut off this arm for me? Thank you. Arm. So good boy. He could easily eat a full-grown chicken.
Yes, DM, you can proceed.
Moving on.
As you guys talk snakes, comparing snakes.
Talk snakes. Get money.
Always.
The next night is the least comfortable night's sleep since you left the cell, because it's hard ground, but it's better than the cells, so it's kind of like a happy middle ground. Throughout the night, it goes by without fail. And
Sorry, one question. Do any of us snore?
do any of you... Actually, everyone roll me a d20.
Ooh, how
'Cause
much
no one ever knows if
snoring?
they snore.
Yes.
I wasn't
Ooh, I rolled a 19. I don't know if that's good or bad.
14.
rolled an 11.
11, okay.
I rolled a 17.
Okay. Anna?
18.
18. Rainier, Anna, and Zamani all snore.
Yay!
Great.
Snoring buddies.
I was gonna say, Kalsnia doesn't snore, but there's like just a lot of movement, like
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of just twitching
Twitchy,
and
twitchy.
a lot of twitching and just like murmuring and just muttering under his
Yeah.
breath. And
It's probably worse than any of the snoring is Cal's
worse than
consistently
all
to
the
be
snor-
rolling and like
Yep.
and just twitching.
stray
and just,
hands getting
yes,
caught.
saying
Yeah.
I mean,
random
people-
shit.
people probably have bruises on like their shins and their hips and stuff just from
The
Merc
hooves.
like twitching and just the hoof just going.
Oh, god damn it, this is the worst night. Also, Rainier has this awkward thing where like her hearing is so good sometimes she'll snore loud enough to wake herself, like, oh, god damn it.
Oh no!
Like the dog is just like.
Yep.
Mine is like very subtle snoring.
What is that?
No, like you know,
Like in
like I mean,
cartoons?
like you know how like some people like do like full on like chainsaw snoring, and some people just like every now and then like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just in the, like just curled up in a full ball, just not loud as loud, but snoring decently loud.
Is she a drooler? Does she drool?
She doesn't drool.
No.
She just goes a ball.
Money is your big
Cool.
spoon.
As the cuddle pile wakes up the next morning, some of the bruises actually, yeah. You miss the beds in the Eastern Tower. Already by the time you're awake, there's people in full swing. People are arriving, people are getting seated in, and the morning goes by very quick. At times you think that there's someone moving throughout the crowd, and then you see, like, kind of like in the crowd beelining, just someone starts making away, and one of Theo's guys literally just like ups and straight kidnaps the person out of the area.
Checks them. Hell yeah.
It's just like they're brought out of the area.
We should talk.
It goes by without issue. For any other small incident, there's no major incident, but it's nice to actually be able to see. There's a moment when Everett finally takes the stage after the full sort of regal ceremony, where the crown is placed upon his head, and he is first announced King Everett of Burton. And he takes the stage. Well, it's great to see so many familiar faces and some new. I come to you as a king who's taken the crown before I originally meant to. My father's demise came very, very sudden. I can announce that we're happy that we have knowledge of why and how this attack came. For the sake of public interest and the safety of my kingdom and my people, I can't announce who has committed these crimes, as to do so would put some of you in danger, and I do not wish to do that. There will be a trial in the morning. There is some stuff that must be made public, but not all. Our court wizard, Jornvia, was a traitor in our midst, something that was missed by my father, and our council before, and that is our failing. They are gone from the courts now, and we are hot on his heels. For the time being, it is my first decree that I will be appointing Viola the Joaquin as the interim court wizard, in charge of all the Sapperstone conduits.
So he stands up and starts clapping.
Shut up, we're not meant to be here.
Yeah, don't draw attention.
I'm not going to bog down the party with too many decrees on my first day as king. So, the only other royal decree I have for the day is to be merry and have fun tonight. Please do your best to enjoy the time on my wine and my palace. He raises the glass, and there's like a large.
I did not hear palace, and that's on me.
Look, it is going to be a flesh pile upstairs now.
Yep.
We need to get a bonk emote for Daria only.
But me only? What about Jen?
No.
I'm not
Yeah,
the
actually
only
true.
one.
We need it for the both of you guys. So, with that, it is a pleasure. And the night goes by. As he finishes his toast, there is a flash throughout the entire thing as lightning strikes and the rain gets heavy.
Nice.
Although it is fine, and at the end of the night, about like 4 in the morning after most people are going to bed, Theo comes. He is like deep in the sauce. Yes. Alright. Back to your tower.
Oh, perfect time to kill him.
Do you need help, Theo?
No, I'm good. Oh,
Lad?
some of the boys were going through the shit in the impound. There's like stuff that was with your gear. We brought it up. We didn't know if it was yours. Like it was kind of just with your belongings. Some of the
Perfect.
bags, shit fell out on the floor. So it's up in your room.
Right.
Thanks.
Cool.
Ooh, treasure.
It's maybe treasure, maybe not.
So,
Dude, it activates the neuron either way.
It's just dried turds that went without issue or letters. Okay, it's just little present.
Great.
let's go, people.
Yep.
As he brings you back to the tower and leaves you in. Within the tower, there is a small little set of Sorry, my cat's going crazy right now.
Mood.
Sorry, I can relate. Within the room, placed on the table, there is 6 crossbow bolts that appear to be fletched with griffin feathers. There is a pressed violet teardrop flower. If someone would like to make me a nature check, I will dispense more information.
Who's
What?
nature-y? Merc, you're nature.
I have
+5?
I'm not. I have
Wait, it's
+1.
intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
I have +5 to
intelligence.
it. I have +5.
I think I have something to help.
Well, if you promise to
cool?
tell us about it.
I'm not proficient. I
I
can't
do.
roll, yeah?
The DC may actually
Hang
be
on.
different for some of you people because you're from different locations. Flowers might not
I mean,
be Cal's
whoever-
best.
I would like to try if I can.
Whoever
Maybe
whoever is
multiple
decent at it,
tests?
I can give advantage with grain of truth.
Ooh.
So who wants it?
I think it's an int base, so probably Cal.
But at the same
Aren't you
time,
int as well?
Yeah, probably you're not gonna. No. Okay,
I'm not gonna
I'm
notice
quite
that,
int.
guys.
I can take it if you want.
You have
I'll
advantage.
put guidance.
Grain
I'll
of
put
truth.
guidance on you as well.
Oh, thank
Cool.
you. Okay. But I'm not proficient. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I did spend a lot of time in nature. Oh, it's a natural 20. So it's a plus what?
Yay.
Plus what?
Plus a D4
A D4.
And your nature modifier.
on the spiky. On
Yep,
the spiky
Yep,
one.
yep, yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You know,
Spiky.
Merc is not nature.
24 overall.
Okay. While not from the area and not from like an expert in nature, you do enjoy your you've houseplants. You're a little bit into your flowers. This is a very rare flower that is only found in the Indaria Isles. It is pressed and dried, as if it was in a book. As well as that, you have one menu from the Haggard Rampart. Doesn't say where that is.
Haggard what?
The Haggard Rampart.
Rampart.
What is a rampart?
Probably ran by. I reckon it's probably ran by a dude who loves animals. Just have a weird feeling.
A rampart is like
Rampart?
the top of a castle wall, I believe.
Oh, I see. The little toothy thing.
Yeah,
I think.
It's actually weirdly accurate.
Yeah, it's toothy thing. Well, in Russian, it's connected to tooth.
No, the specials on it were a turnip casserole with oat bread, beetroot pie with fries, and beer soup with onion.
There's
All
a
of
code
it
in there.
moldy as
There's a
fuck.
code in
Can
there.
we-
There's a code in
Can
there.
we get these in writing?
Yeah, you can in a minute. I'll give it to you after this.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Oh, not the food. It's what we got on the menu, written on the
That's
menu.
what the menu was.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
It's not. It's like a small little menu that's written on a piece of paper. And then you have a stone disc with runes on it.
Does it seem arcane in nature?
Someone could roll me an Arcana check if you so wish.
I was gonna say, can I try
Yeah,
and
you
stand it?
I guess.
I can give you advantage. I'm going to spend another second level grain of
No,
truth.
don't bother. I have Arcana. I can give advantage.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
You say it.
I mean, so do
Good.
I, but yeah.
Hey, there we go. So combine our knowledge. I'll slap some guidance on myself, and let's go.
Jesus, don't.
Combining our brains. Yeah.
Add a D4. Okay, 23.
Nice.
So this 23, it is
Yeah.
appears to be with the. It takes a little bit of a group effort because no one of you has like specific information. But combining a little bit of information that Merc knows from like Jornvir's time with Goliaths and like your knowledge of arcane and like how like some of these discs works, it appears to be Goliath-based runes, and Merc can source it to the Bellerin region.
Okay.
Region is that?
Bellerin.
Northwest,
North?
near the shadows.
Balin region.
Oh, really far away. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, those crossbow bolts are +1 bolts. There's 6 of them.
Interesting. Can I? Okay, I use crossbows a lot. Can I check like how long ago they were made? Have they been fired before? That sort of stuff.
Easy enough. I won't ask for a check. They were made a decent bit ago based on the feathers, and they've been fired at a lot. And you probably assume if you did have these once upon a time, you had many more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Question for Urania.
Yes.
I'm assuming you've crafted your own bolts before.
Oh yeah, on occasion.
Would you is this the way that you would craft the bolts to your own liking?
Does this look like my work?
They are heavily worn, but they do follow similar patterns of how you've made your own.
Ah, okay. Since they're heavily worn and I made them, can I smell them? Do they smell like something I would have?
If they've been used for 4 years, they are covered
Probably
in
not.
many smells.
True. Oh.
Some foul, some.
Well, actually, no. I do want to smell shit. I want to smell the fucking menu.
Okay, so you smell the menu.
Smart.
Roll me perception.
Yes, I do have advantage.
Is it perfumed like our letters?
Can someone give me guidance for this one? Ooh, first one is
What is it? What sort of check is it? Wisdom?
Yes, it's a wisdom
Oh,
check.
you've got advantage anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, I have advantage, but guidance maybe?
Guidance.
Yeah.
Thank you, because
Yeah.
first roll was a
we've got
natural
your guidance,
one.
friends.
I don't like this. Second is better though. It's +4 and plus the fuck what? So 18 plus my
Plus the fuck
perception,
what?
which is 4. So 22.
22. It
Rainier, the
smells
fucking
like
detective.
smells like sea salt.
Smells like sea salt. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, bolts are probably mine. The menu.
Oh, sorry.
Smells
You
like
also
sea salt.
have a very familiar bottle of wine for both Anna and Zamani. Corked. From Crosspost.
Gross, or is it
Hold
good?
on to it for 4 years.
Never tried the
Somebody
wine.
cares an awful lot about us.
Wonder who-
I don't-
Bad one.
I don't know if this is. I feel like this is more left for us than it was something that we carried around.
Not
Maybe.
sure.
There's no mention of this in the letter, at least not in mine.
Honestly, this is also just Des forgot to give this to you with your gear. Because I had so much shit.
Mm.
This is
No, we got
Okay,
you.
cool.
Yeah, that's...
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like a special thing.
No, it's not like it
I mean,
suddenly just appeared. It was meant. This is just my fault. I have so many things moving.
That's
That was
right.
with
Yep,
your
no.
gear.
All
I
good.
just-
Okay, that's
That wasn't your fault, Des. It was the guard's fault.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
Those guys are dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Any
mean,
of the
fucking
objects
Simon.
seem to have a connection for any of us that seems just like spark in our minds, or is it? They seem very
So
foreign?
There is
Yes.
a almost, when you can almost remember the taste of food.
Mm.
So you can all whichever one you would have ordered, the turnip casserole, beetroot pie, or beer soup with onion. There is a taste of that memory, that lingering memory for all of you. The bolts are specific to Rainier. The flower is very reminiscent for Anna. Almost like there's a connection of a memory, but you just can't form it.
Mm.
Interesting.
Hey, you're just like, I didn't realize that was for me.
Yeah. It's fucking,
Beer.
someone gave me flowers. Pretty swell.
I could do flowers if you want, Anna.
And the stone disc is reminiscent for
Not in character, but okay.
Whomst?
Merc.
A merc.
Mm.
Wait, so we have crossbow bolts for
So,
Rainier.
wine bottle, crossbow bolts. The pressed violet teardrop flower, the menu, and the stone disc.
Right. The menu's probably for Cal.
For all of
He
you.
was loaded back then, and he bought us food.
Here's the bankroll.
Does the name sound like somewhere I've visited before? The
Haggard
tavern?
Part. Roll me a history check, please.
History check. Okay. Because I've been to a lot of places, but maybe not this one specifically. You're not gonna believe
Nope.
me. You're not gonna believe me. But it's a natural
kidding
20.
me.
It's a third one this round.
Okay.
Good.
Natural
You
20
need
is
luck.
What it would take.
Good.
You remember very, very briefly. It was a job you did earlier in your time as a mercenary. there's this small fucking island. I'll point it out on the map to you guys. I'll ping you there.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Right there.
Oh.
Holy
Little
fuck.
small island. It's like, it is only one village there. It's a small place called Thinvale, and that is the inn there.
Thinvale.
The Invale and Thinvale. Yeah.
And
Right.
the Haggard Rampart is there. You can't remember who runs it. You remember the food was decent. But it's like, it's a small like fishing settlement. They're having trouble with something or some form of creature that was like making their fishing water hard. You got the job, it was easy enough, but the Haggard Rampart is there.
Since we got the map a few days before, I'll point the place out and say, I remember this place. It's from here.
Yes. The runes on there were giant, you said?
Goliath.
Goliath.
I assume they're arcane in nature, like the runes are arcane as
Nothing
opposed to a
anymore.
language.
They would have been arcane.
But as opposed to a
There's
language.
name. No, it's not a language.
Mhm.
It probably was
It's like
arcane
magic
usage.
code.
Yeah. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to identify things, even though it is appearing inert.
Well,
I
these
mean,
are
he just gave you
clearly-
the junk from your pockets, and you're like, "What is this?"
What is this thing?
So you said 6 crossbow bolts, the violet flower, the menu, the stone disc, and the bottle of wine.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure
None of these
if I
are
got everything out.
none of these are like appear to be burnt in any way.
Nope.
None of these items. Cool.
Well, this shows us the places we've been to, and I suppose, well, if we do go through the Elven region at some point, we can pass by that island village, Thinvale.
What time is it? Like what? 4 in the morning? 5 in the morning?
No, well, it's 10:37 for me.
Ha 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 ha! Funny.
Would I know from speaking to them if what's his face? Name starts with a K, I think. The dude from
Calvareth?
Kelverith, whether he rises early or
Calvareth is an early riser from memory.
okay.
You're not sure if he's 4
He's-
early riser, but he is an early riser.
Yeah, has he gone back home yet or
Yeah, he would have gone before the coronation.
alright, cool. Do we think we should tell Kelverith now
Well,
about the
okay.
storm?
I think telling him is good. Maybe not this early in the morning. And also, you might as well ask if Thinvale is under their jurisdiction.
True. I'll ask in the morning. Well, when we
You can
Wake up.
remember
Later in the morning.
when you went there, Rainier, it was not. So there, you had to get a boat from a small little village just here on the map, not in the forest.
So where's the forest like parts, or is like all of it except the island is forest?
So you can kind of see a little bit. It's not the best on Roll20, but there's like the foresty texture on the map.
Greeny.
That the forest, I will mark on the map for you guys. The forest would stop like there. Yes.
Gotcha.
And then it's big on this side. Like it goes pretty
Yep.
entirely.
All of this.
Yes.
I don't
Gotcha,
believe
gotcha.
it is under their jurisdiction, no.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a lone island.
I think we should not waste his time, and if there's anything else we can say or ask, we should compile it.
I'll start penning a letter. Again. By the way, I don't think I mentioned it before, but Jean-Vier, he took the last book on Samael and stuff out of the college.
Oh, how long ago?
Mad.
Do you know?
Nope, no idea. No idea.
It's likely that that text doesn't exist anymore.
Very. Although, if I could find some ashes, I could potentially find some information about it, if it's ashes of that book.
I think
Fun spell.
that could be interpreted as him trying to find a way to battle Samael, because, well, he does have his daughter. So
Perhaps.
maybe he's an ally at some point to us.
Or he was told to burn all of the information on him so that other people in the future wouldn't have any.
I mean, it's not against Samael to burn knowledge. I know that much.
No, of course not.
Mercastiel definitely says a variation of the C word in Infernal.
C
Just
word?
under her breath.
Caboose?
Yeah, wonder which one. Caboose, yep.
Yeah.
She says caboose in Infernal, yes.
Caboose!
I don't know about the rest of you, but I might get a bit more rest in.
Right, preferably somewhere
Moment.
away from the hooves and the twitching.
Yes.
Sorry, I
Sorry
can't
about
help
that.
it.
We go sleep.
Edwards.
Let me make it a bit easier for everyone. Oh no, just
Sleep.
one person. Ignore that.
Okay. So I
Bedtime.
guess we're just going to bed.
That's what you said, unless anyone wants to talk at 4 in the morning.
That's the
I was
best time
thinking
for
that
talks, don't you know?
we can do that after we've fully had a good night's sleep, or as best
Yeah.
as we can.
No, I don't know how it is for you, but like over here, 4 in the morning, kitchen, it's great time for deep talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. 100%, but
Divulging too much information you didn't realize you shouldn't
Yep.
be saying.
Yep.
was it drunk words or sober thoughts?
Is there anything that we wanted to discuss before?
No,
Everyone's
Mom's
physical.
I think
like
so.
went to the stairs like, good night.
Night. And just to flex, as Merc walks through her bedroom door, she doesn't even touch the door handle, she just mage hands it open, shuts it behind her.
Show off.
I feel like Cal's over here like, does anyone want to have a conversation?
Aw, buddy.
Anna's just gonna look directly at Cal and just go. I need this for later.
Did you
Just
just like
tore a tooth. Just tore a tooth out of her head.
impressive?
Sure.
I like how you didn't go
Why
from the back
not?
and you just like a front tooth fine.
One of the useful ones. Let's
Not
do
a
it.
lip now.
Cal will
Grab
just,
it.
as he's opening his door with his actual hands, his mage hand will just wave to Mercastiel.
Aw.
What colour's your mage hand?
Purple.
Yeah,
Like,
mine
really
looks like
deep.
just
Okay.
Deep purple.
just a hand made of ice.
How big is your mage hand?
What they
Big
say.
enough.
Yeah, they said it's bigger than mage hand.
Wouldn't you like to know?
It's like an average size human hand.
Okay, it's decent. There are
decent, it's
smaller.
decent.
Don't worry about it.
Mercs is definitely stronger looking.
It's not about the size of the mage hand, guys. What are
Yeah,
you
it's
doing?
how
I need that bonk about like post haste.
Merc can carry 10.1 pounds with a mage hand. Haha.
Ooh, how about you, Cal? Let's measure them
I
up.
don't want to talk about it. I don't want to... Good night.
Des is not having it.
So, as you all went down for the night, early in the morning you were summoned, given enough time to get into your more noble clothes, and you're brought before the courts. It's a lesser amount of people, as they don't really want too much of this to be like super public, or at least at the hearing. And Everett looks over all of you and sitting there, full crown, a very similar crown that you noticed was once his father's. Well, I'm happy to see you all here and well. I suppose we have to get to the more gritty of this. You stand accused of knowingly and willingly killing my father, the good king, and a thought friend here. This come to my light over these past few days, with information thanks to Viola and other outside forces that have helped, that your will was not of your own. The Saint of Undeath, Samael, had put you under a guise. However, you still did kill my father. It was by your hands. So, I'm invoking a law that hasn't been brought in quite some time. I'm sentencing you to trial by Odyssey. to slay the Saint of Undeath, Samael, for his crimes against the kingdom, and retrieve my sister, Princess Kiana. To do this, whatever means you must do will be your own. However, we are aware that your mind was not your own at one point, so I am placing it in the import of my court wizard, Viola, to mark you all with one of her runes so we can track you. Whether that's for our own use or yours, for if you shouldn't have your own mental facilities.
Are they permanent?
They're not. And they won't be a brand on your skin or such. It'll be a magical trace.
Right. For how long?
Till the trial by Odyssey is complete.
As long as it takes.
This is the least harsh sentence I can give to you in these times. However, seeing as you are working for the crown, you will not be without the crown's aid. I grant you, albeit small, and perhaps the best way I can do this to improve relations, a small keep to recognize royalty from another kingdom. Calacinder, I would like you to be an ambassador for your realm to mine. It is just south of Rendenwell, and it needs repairs. I'm basically sentencing you to repair a keep and kill a saint. Realistically, I think you've gotten the harder of two tasks rather than hanging. You'll be an ambassador for this realm to speak on how we can perhaps contact your civilization, install ourselves, and establish relationship and trade. Your other option for all of you is the gallows, but this line for Viola to mark you with a rune, that line for the gallows.
I think I'm allergic to gallows.
Right. Thank you, King, for your graciousness with this decision. I myself accept, and thank you as well for the gift of the keep. I will try my best to be an ambassador for my people towards yours.
You know my answer, Your Majesty. And Merc will just go stand next to Cal.
You see within the room there is like some people that are steaming with anger that they do not want this. Savarajat being one of them.
That's
Can
gonna
I
ask.
wink
How's
Merc is
Savar
just-
looking?
I want to wink at Savar.
You can do so.
I think
Oh.
a lot of people are like just grinning at Savar, just like, yeah, you
Yeah,
fucker.
she didn't agree like that. Get fucked.
Rickelier, the
Suck it,
master of
dick.
coin, looks a little bit annoyed that he has to give away land, as could be used for something else. But for the most part, you appear to see that there's like general support for Everett's decision from the information that has been brought forward before him. There's like this awkward silence as all of you walk over, and Viola starts casting her runes, and then Theo just goes, "Yeah, woo! They're not gonna die." And there's just like a small giggle that comes out throughout the entire chamber as he does his best to break the tension.
That's the aim, Theo.
With that, as you are not cleared of the crimes, but given trial by Odyssey, and a keep to befit your own and repair as you see fit south of Rendenwell.
A cape to
A
cape.
king is crowned, and we had a lot of roleplay today, but that is where we end today's session.
Yay. Can I just say, trial by Odyssey, that sounds so cool. That sounds so cool.
Thank you.
I love
Rainier's
Yeah.
not impressed.
Rainier's not.
impressed.
I am, though. I liked it.
Yeah, but the gallows. Yeah, thanks for everyone who tuned in. Thanks for everyone who followed, for rated. We really appreciate the support. Again, we talked about it a little bit throughout the break. If you can support Ukraine in this situation, shit is wild over there. Shit's bad. A couple dollars can help an awful lot. Might be the difference for some people. If not, just spread information and awareness. I'm going to put a link into the chat that talks about, is how to donate for the Irish Red Cross, because that's a charity that is, local to me and I can support. But whatever one or variation in your country, there's many organizations out there. Again, if you want to watch this stream, I've taken to actually highlighting all the streams as for VODs on the channel, so you can actually just watch them on our Twitch. You can also go over to our YouTube if you so wish. They do get posted there, but at a slight delay because I'm not the best at it. Twitter and Instagram I update semi-regularly. You can also see the dope-ass art for all these characters, which I can probably put on the screen just as we close up today. Just because we have a few new people watching, and cool art is cool art. So
Cool art is cool art.
Cool art.
Thanks, Daria.
Yay.
Shout out to Daria for
here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go left to right. So, as you see in the top left, that is Mercast. You'll say hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Anna, say hello.
Shut up, Calicinda.
In the middle, we've got
Hi.
Rainier. Say hello. And we've got Zamani showing a lot of legs. Say hello.
It's me.
And then we have covered head to toe, looking respectfully at Zamani Calicinda at the very end. Say hello.
Always looking
I
respectful.
was looking respectfully at Samani. What?
Look, I'm just
Always.
saying their color schemes match.
They do.
They do.
They do be
Yeah,
matching.
actually, it's
But yes, thanks for everyone who's followed. We really appreciate the support. We're gonna go raid out another channel now. But thanks for everyone who keeps watching, and thanks for all the new followers. It's great. It's really great to see people here. Also, we can now see our own degenerate memeing in the chat because the chat is there. And these nerds are gonna level up now because their memories are restoring themselves.
Yeah, I've just finished leveling up another one.
Up to you.
Good luck. So yeah, check that out. If you want to support us, you can always just do that by following the channel. We have a Patreon. You get access to our world anvil. So if you enjoy my nerd ass lore, that's there. It's a thing.
There's
don't
a lot
update
of
as much.
it.
There's a lot. There's like a good backlog. I'm trying to get more stuff on it, but it's difficult to keep up to date. Oh, thank you for the new follow. Faith? Yes, Faith. Sorry, small text. But yes, we're gonna go right out. Thanks everyone who tuned in, and we'll see you next week. No, we won't. We will not be having a stream next week on the 14th.
God damn it, Raph.
Because
I'm
Raph,
sorry.
Like you
I
told
believe
yourself
we're gonna
off
be
this.
back on the
No.
21st.
Raph
Like,
hates D&D.
Can you imagine the audacity? There's a war in my country, and I show up with this motherfucker.
Wow.
Oof.
I'm gonna leave. Good session, guys.
That's
But
a
yeah,
spicy meme.
So we probably won't have a stream Monday. I don't know if we figured out what we're doing. If we're having a stream, I might run a one shot maybe because it is good old Cademan's birthday. I can get something going.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, there will be a stream next week. Monday we're gonna run a historic based one shot. I just decided that. Because we've done them before.
Oh,
We're going to do them again. I'm going to run a historic based one shot based on the history of Quenthos, our world. Again, we have World Anvil. It's like too much information. But I'm not leaving Kate to have no D&D on his birthday because that's not a homie move. And I'm not going to sentence someone to DM on their own birthday because that's even worse.
Actually, I am actually DMing on my birthday for my own personal game, so it's happening. It's too
Okay,
late.
so that's how it is. I try and be nice. Okay. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna show love to another channel. I don't know who is on, but we'll check to see if anyone's on.
The Dunda community.
The D&D community. There is
I mean,
there is a
figuring
VTuber
out who
doing
to
a bit
read
of
this
D&D. Let's see what they're about.
Oh yeah, those guys. I think we rated them last time, right?
No, Fight 600 is a new one, so we're gonna go and raid Fight 600. Just type when you get there, show a little bit of say we sent you, and yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week for a historic based one shot that I have zero thoughts about so far, but I'll figure something out. Bye.
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 Hey.